There you
Did
go.
anybody write anything about my wife giving hand jobs by chance?
No.
Oh,
Well, I
because
mean,
that's actually a very funny story. If you want to put that in there,
I'll just put hand jobs and
yeah,
underpaid.
because it's not actually from that. But it's pretty funny because I thought either her or Joe would have put it in.
I don't know how to bring that up though. Just unpaid or
Yeah.
underrated fucking tug jobs, like, and then you elaborate. I guess we'll have to run with that.
Honk, honk! Honk, honk!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Blah, blah,
Unpaid and
blah.
Underrated. Blur, blur, blur. Welcome to Unpaid and Underrated, episode 348 of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast, a podcast by crew, for crew, about crew, attended by crew, mocked by crew, listened to by crew, and some people who aren't crew, which you weirdos. I'm Joey, one of the hosts, joined as always by Big Keith over there.
Howdy, howdy.
And we got all the way from 45 minutes away from me, Cam. Big Cam, you're here.
Yeah. Good evening.
Howdy, howdy, Cam.
All right, let's get right into the standard questions. What's everybody drinking?
I am rocking out some hose water this week.
Good, Cam?
Yeah, I've got whiskey with a hose water chaser.
No, very good, very good. I went to my favorite place, the Hose, and got some hose water.
Sounds good.
What's everybody wearing? Anything cool? I've got the Natural for Life shirt today.
Cam's wearing the Good Beans shirt.
Yep, sure am.
He sure is.
Mixing it up there.
Oh wow, that's hysterical.
Yep.
Oh wow, so that's a good Harkin. I mean, it's only a 7-day-old Harkin, but goddamn, that's really funny. So he literally like hand wrote a couple pieces of paper and taped on good over cool. That's really good. That's really funny. I had just wearing a black t-shirt. I've been getting to the point where my laundry, like all my laundry is washed, but I just have this like workbench top of just all my laundry that's right next to the washer and dryer, so everything just gets on that. And I didn't go back downstairs after getting out of the shower, so the first black clean t-shirt was what we're wearing tonight.
Very good.
Tackle that laundry shortly.
Yeah, laundry's for suckers. Washing laundry is fine. Folding it and putting it away can. For the, what do you call it? For the birds.
Yeah, it's kind of consuming of time. I like consuming, but not that kind of time consuming.
Okay, what's next, Keith?
So we'll hit it with the most relevant thing. When you're listening to this, it might be sold out already. So Big Curd, if you will, the cottage cheese gripping machine is doing the Massonomics Lift Hard Live Easy grip contest that he's running himself. It is on up on Iron Podium live right now as of January 29th. So when this comes out, I don't know. I think it was half full last time I looked, so we'll see if there's any spots. Sunday morning after the Lift Hard Live Easy, like the day after, 9:30 a.m. I believe at Massonomics Gym. There is a double overhand deadlift with the orange fat grips. There is a hilt hang, so like the tubular jug, if you will, or the grandfather clock. You have to hang from that from a chin up bar, I think. And then the third one is just, I think it's just a wild card. Like he's gonna take a bunch of shit at the gym and just have it be like a round draw. I'm not really sure. It's kind of a mystery, but it's just like, I think it's you get a point for every one you lift, maybe, and there's like 50 different things you can lift supposedly. So we'll see how that one goes. So anyone that I think is in the afternoon flight or local that can kind of dip out whenever they want, jump in on that. I think a lot of us are on that 2:45 departure, so we should be able to attend to most of it. We might have to dip out on the tail end if it's running late or something, but I don't know. It'll be cool for $25 to have a reason to go to the gym and actually hang out. But that's what I'm looking forward to on Sunday. I've never been a Sunday attender, so I'm looking forward to it immensely.
So you're telling me Lift Hard Live Easy is now a 3-day event?
I think it's like a 6-day event, but it's a 3-event event.
Wow. Incredible. I just want to go back to something you said earlier. Tubular. I don't think we say that enough anymore.
I mean, and I was using it as like the physical description.
I know, but like, it just reminded me that like it's going to be a tubular event, guys.
I don't think of like maybe like a Pauly Shore movie in like the mid 90s, early 90s, probably tubular. Like, I don't know. Maybe in Point Break they said tubular.
No,
That was like a that had
and
to
the
be
Ninja Turtles for sure.
probably. I don't think tubular's been like in the zeitgeist isn't the right word. What's like diction? What's your vocabulary? What's like a better term for that? Like
The
for modern.
vernacular.
Yes, yeah. So like I don't think tubular's been in like modern day vernacular for 20
Well,
years,
I'm bringing it back.
25 years, 30 years probably.
You
No.
heard it here first. I'm bringing it back.
Well, keep tubular on your radar because we'll be saying it a lot now.
Yeah, absolutely. That and radical. Maybe let's start with
Radical, I
tubular.
don't
We'll
think's
ease
gone.
radical in.
Radical's almost because like you got radicals on either end of parties, so radical is almost like a touchy subject. I wouldn't think I would touch radical in this climate.
I'm gonna touch it.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
gnarly? We could bring back gnarly.
Gnarly's
I
good.
I actually hear gnarly probably a bit,
Yeah.
but it's a negative word.
Yes, like oh man, who ripped that gnarly fart? Like something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's not like oh this is so gnarly, man. That's really funny.
If I could hear you do that voice every day, I'd be a happy man.
Oh man. I think speaking of happy, um, I I had a doctor follow up the other day, maybe it was yesterday, and it's at a newer appointment place, and I feel like every time I'm there, I get like a different check-in nurse, and I've had some like I think it's my third time I've gone there in the last couple years, so it's been I don't know, not the most great service, if you will. Like I'm just like, oh yeah, this person doesn't want to be here. And yesterday I just had like the most happy, cheerful, honest kind of dude and just like shot the shit, like did a very thorough job. He actually like I never had someone spend that much time doing my blood pressure thing. So and I was almost to the point that like my blood pressure went up because he spent so long kind of tracking everything, but like very, very thorough. And we chatted a little bit of it, and I was just like basically what I was getting at was like I don't think people go out of their way enough to compliment good service or
Mhm.
good service isn't the right word. Just bedside manner. If you, I mean, in that sense, it's bedside manner, but like just I don't know because it's not a service injury, but you know what I mean. Like I always go to my way to compliment people when they're when they go above and beyond, or they're just very polite and competent. Like it's just and what I guess at the end of the day was he was very receptive and loved hearing that and was like, he was the point like, I mean, I really appreciate hearing that. I go out of my way to do the best I can, etc. I think it was like a guy in his 50s and he said he's had a lot of different trades. I think he's newer to this field. So I think like I felt good, telling him that because it felt like he's probably going to go home and it's like going to sit with him for that day. Like, oh, the last guy I saw today, like really complimented me. I was just like, I feel like people need to do that more often because like I get
I
that
agree.
periodically at work of like, when you do get that random compliment out of left field and it's actually like not just your boss telling, trying to manipulate you just to like work harder and shit. And it's actually like a customer or a client or like a coworker or something like someone someone who doesn't have an agenda or a motive to tell you this. I don't know. I feel good when I get the opportunity to tell people this, and I love hearing it back. So I think it's just everyone just take a little bit more time to compliment good people.
I'll give you
I think,
a brief story because it's actually a bit of an indicator of who I am. But it's pretty much what you're saying. I was going through the drive-through one time, and the lady taking my order was just amazing. She was just happy and attentive and like listening, whereas normally they're not, right?
mm,
So get to the window, and it wasn't her. Like obviously, the people that take your order aren't the people that make your order. And I just said, "Is your manager here?" And I look like me.
Hmm.
I'm not smiling. I'm not anything. I'm just, "Is your manager here?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Can I talk to them for a second?" And the manager comes over, and I'm just like, "The person that took my order was incredible. She made my morning. Make sure she knows that."
nice.
And like, it's just one of those. It took me nothing. It probably looked scary because out in public I don't mask and smile when I don't need to. But like, it turned out to be a really, yeah. It doesn't take much to make sure that somebody knows that they're doing good. So I'm glad you brought that up. We rant out in here a lot about negative stuff. So it was really cool you brought that up.
Yeah.
Tanner, speaking of good service,
Yes. Yes.
speaking of
Yes.
great customer service,
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
just
You can run with
decided
that.
in the Discord to every person that made any type of comment in unpaid and underrated, he just gave them their updated order or member number,
Yeah.
and that's all he
That was,
did. Every comment just responded with a number.
yep. It was pretty good. And
It was
it went on
funny.
for like all afternoon and in the evening. I think it even into the next morning. And I don't even remember like what started it.
You
But
asked.
yeah.
I think you said, "Oh, we don't have this person's number."
No, because that was after like it was he'd already been doing it, and then I asked Matt's, and then like he just did dot 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 because he like the whole game was that person has to respond to has to say something, then he does the reply. So, but yeah, that was clutch. Maybe it was Jake. You know what it was? I think Heinrich. Hi, I can't. Apparently, I've been saying his name
Jake
wrong
the
the whole
Snake.
time. Well, yeah, but like I wanted to say it phonetically accurately, but nonetheless, he was talking about how he was like number 400 or no, he was like number 200 or something, but he'll claim he's number one because he just didn't get his memberships. And then I think Tanner maybe gave him his updated number. That might have been where it started, but either way, I don't know. But it was very enjoyable to see.
And
Let's
and
see.
me turning 808 into boobs was
I
I
saw
enjoyed.
that.
I made
Yeah.
myself laugh with that. You're welcome.
Uh, I had a little Joey had his PR a couple weeks ago. I had a pretty fat PR this last Sunday. I've been doing. There's a good chance I'm gonna do another like a small strongman show in a couple weeks. So, and one of the events is Atlas Stone, and I just when I'm prepping for picking up bags or Atlas Stones, one thing I do a lot of the times is do a like an SSB Zercher squat. When I do it, it's a little more higher on your chest, so it's almost like like a little bit above a typical Zercher, but I don't really know what else to call it other than like a high Zercher. But I had worked up to a top set of it was like 335 for a triple or something like that, and then I was just like I had tweaked my wrist the day before, so I wasn't going to be able to do like half of my other assigned sets and reps of other exercises that day. So I was just kind of like annoyed, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go off book and just see what I can hit for a PR here, because I think my logged PR was only like 365 or something. I was like, I know I can do more than that, so I just kept adding 20 pounds until I hit 400, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Very good.
So I dunked
Yeah, that
400.
was crazy on Discord.
That was fun. I was very happy. The funny thing was, I think I did like 6 sets or something total, and like every single one of them except the first one was a PR. Either I think I had 2 rep PRs and then like 4 single PRs as I kept just rising the bar. So that was really not placebo, endorphin. I had so many endorphins after that. Like I think I did like one. I think I did some like cable push downs or something after that, and I was like, I'm done. I was so spent, but
Mhm.
I was riding that high all day long.
Incredible work.
Okay.
Do we want to chat about snow and ice quick? I got something to add to that.
Yeah, yeah. Have at it. Or
Oh, you want me to go first? I didn't add that. Did you add that?
well, no, I did, but I also just talked for like 3 minutes. So I like to alternate when we can.
We got it pretty bad up here. Obviously, Cam can attest.
Yeah, we have 2 feet of snow sitting on top of the hot tub cover right now. So
Yeah, we all got around 2 feet. But out where I live, not only do we get the snow, we get the drifts because I'm just surrounded by empty fields. And last
Like
night,
Fast and the Furious drifts. Like.
I actually did one of those.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did it on purpose and in a controlled way because I really wanted to make that turn before the snowplow blocked the road. So I was like, well, I'm going to turn without slowing down and I'm going to have to control this drift. I was very proud of myself for that, but that's not the story. A transport truck decided this is a bit of a traffic rant as well. Because as we've said it before on this podcast, nobody but us can drive. So just up the road, I happen to look out the window. It's like 9 p.m. and there's a plow stopped out front of my house. Cam, you can picture that. You've been here, like right at the end of my driveway. And just down the road, I kind of get up and I look out and I see that there's a transport truck almost on its side. So
like in the ditch or just on
in the ditch. So it must have
With
tried to turn the corner and ended up in the ditch. Well, you can't get past it. Either way, both ways are blocked because it's only two lanes here. Well, don't people start coming around the plow to try and get up past it, only to be stuck side by side with all the other cars that were already there. And now nobody can move because now nobody even has the room to do a 3-point turn to turn around and go back the other way. I just don't understand. Is it the like, how has nobody thought of this but me mentality that like, you're like, well, why are we all waiting? We could just go around. Like, I'm sure somebody has already tried and wasn't able to. That's why they're all still waiting, you idiot. It just confounded me and made me mad for about 15 seconds that people are that stupid.
Yeah, that's annoying for sure.
Go ahead.
Was it Monday? We all go out. The storm came in Sunday night. And we ended up didn't know if we were going to work that next day, so I ended up having an office day Monday. But we were just able to work from home and do all our safety training, which was kind of nice. So I got out of going to work that day, but then it sucked because we had to cram a shit ton of work in the next 3 days to try to hit our 40 because we didn't have to work Friday because we would have had to like still come in for like 3 or 4 hours Friday if we didn't work long ass days. So a lot of that just meant just driving out to Buffalo from Rochester the last 3 days and just still shitty weather. And it's not even like the roads aren't even that bad. It's just people are, it's the people. It's the
Yep.
people. And it's just as like you going 70 in the left lane is just as bad as the guy going 30 in the right. Like I passed the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday weren't as bad. Yes, today driving out, there were 5 cars off the road and like only one or two of them actually had like police there yet. There was like just fresh wrecks. So that was fun, going like 40 the whole way basically. And then on the way back, there was like I don't want to say a 20 truck pileup, but somewhere in that vicinity because like a whole stretch of 90 was closed. And I was smart enough to like actually look at the GPS when it was telling me to like divert the going that way. Whereas the guys I work with just fucking got on the 90 and just went and they left a half hour before me and I got to the office a half hour before them. So they were just sitting on 90, just fucking in gridlock, where I kind of just went the long way around and circumvented that. But yeah, it's a long ass day. I did a lot of white knuckle driving this week. So I don't know. It's been a somewhat of a mild winter, but this week was unpleasant.
Yeah, we got shit rocked. Um, okay, breaking news. We have a prepared statement from Big Cam on a subject that we've talked a few times about on this podcast, including Will's episode and last week's episode with Jose. So please take it away. Do 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 do.
Yep. So this is on behalf of my wife who works in the path, on top of the path, actually. But the path is a magical place if you know where you're going and don't trust the maps. Two navigation methods are far more reliable than the maps. Number one is the floor tile color, and number two is the smell. You'll walk through 3 bank towers from Union Station heading north to the Eaton Center. Each have their own floor tile colors. RBC is gray, TD is beige and green, BMO is bright white, and then Scotiabank has a red border. If those ways of navigation fail, you can always go by smell. The smell of coffee will keep you on the main track. If you get lost on one of the side streets, use your nose to find the vegan place that blends their own wheatgrass, and you'll be back in business. The path is not a tourist destination. It's a means for 9 to 5 people to avoid the weather and street-level chaos to get their coffee and Chipotle. Avoid the areas where the finance bros who self-identify with their Patagonia quarter-zip vests as they are rude towards the nicest bagel ladies. The bagel places also move throughout the path at random times. Any place outside of the bank areas should not be visited by anyone at any time for any reason. End of statement.
That's more insight than I could have ever given. So thank you, Danielle, for that.
Yep.
Don't think she'll be joining crew anytime, but I brought it up.
She might be coming in July if she can get off work or not.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on general topics there, fellas?
Oh, I have.
Okay. Shout out to our affiliates, Obsidian Ammonia, Plate Snacks, and Belt Fed Strength. Use code UNPAID. That's hypedust.com, which is, of course, our ammonia. Plate Snacks, which is where you can get your gym stickers or any other gym decorations you want, including our unpaid and underrated banner. And Belt Fed Strength, 10% off of a belt, which is handmade and made by Chris, who is an amazing, amazing dude. What else was I going to say there? That's about it. Cam, do you want to hit us with a sponsor read?
Yep, we've got one already here. Do you identify as a lifetime intermediate?
You might be crew.
Do you talk about the mouthfeel of cottage cheese?
You might be crew.
Do you know the difference between all the generations of Texas power bars?
You might be crew.
Do you know how to file down the pointy parts of your Texas power bars?
You might be crew.
Do you only know one CrossFit athlete? And it's Brooke Wells?
You might be crew.
Are you not okay with the plain ones?
You might be crew.
Do you want to see someone eat 100 chicken nuggets?
You might be crew.
The next time you're surfing on the World Wide Web, log on to massonomics.com/join if you have extra lift short money to help keep those George Foreman grills running.
Thank you so much. Excellent.
Well done.
Excellent. Some good callbacks and everything.
Got a couple snorts out of me from that one.
Perfect. get our guest on the horn, Keith?
Yeah, let's kick all those looky loots out and see if we can get Cam on the horn. Cam, you there, buddy? You coming in? You there?
No, hey guys, yeah, I just made it in. There's a lot of snow around outside, so that's
Hey,
perfect.
hey, welcome to the podcast, stranger.
Thanks for having
Let's
me.
just get it out of the way. Kind of a little bit of a man of mystery if anyone uses a lot of social media. So go ahead and kind of familiarize yourself with people so they know who we're chatting with.
Yeah, I'm a big cam on the Discord. Been crew for 2 years now, and no other social medias whatsoever. I was in university when Facebook came out, and
Hmm.
never got interested in it, and never got into any of the other ones.
It's fair. I think I would have never known what you looked like if well, I mean, you and Joey did some meetups there a few months ago, but prior to that, I think we've done a couple of the Massonomics drafts, so I've had a little bit of banter and history with you, so I knew what I was getting into, but a lot of people I don't think has have much of a clue who you are other than just the guy on Discord. So that's just kind of neat how crew is you're definitely not alone in that demographic, but it's for not having it on social media, you do seem pretty in tune at least. So
Yeah, I've got just keep up on the YouTube and the podcast. I guess that's about it.
yeah, so that'll kind of lead us to that. So like how someone not on Instagram, how the hell did you find Massonomics and why'd you stick around?
I can give you the very long story if you want,
Yeah.
but
Bring your druthers.
Under 10 minutes would be great.
under 10 minutes. All right, so we'll start with working at the job I work at now. There's a lot of sitting around when you first start because you don't know what you're going to work. You find out the night before what time you have to show up the next day, and you might be sitting around for 5 hours or you might be working for 12 and a half hours. It really depends.
Ugh.
So the division we're based out of is right next to a McDonald's. So if you eat nothing but double Big Macs for like 6 months straight, you get pretty fat pretty quick. So I was one of the guys at work asked, "And what should I do?" He's like, "Oh, well, you start watching like some Athlete X videos and stuff along those lines." So after watching some of those, YouTube then recommended me some Juji Mufu videos. So I got into a bunch of those, watched a ton of those, and then he was doing one with Joey Satsmary where they were at Elite FTS with Dave Tate. And then from there, that's how I learned about powerlifting. And then that got me into the Elite FTS podcast, which is where I learned about Massonomics from when they were the first episode they were on there.
Wow, but they were on that long ago. That was
Yeah, they were on
I
there.
feel like that was like yesterday, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
that
a really
is
long time ago. And then after that, I just downloaded the Massonomics podcast, listened to the first one. It was the one with was either Laser or Turbo from American Gladiators.
Mhm.
Oh god, that was probably the worst fucking audio quality. I mean, it made my first 6 months on here sound like goddamn like I was in the room with you. He was like bragging about how he like has a podcast. We're starting a podcast. I'm like, motherfucker, that was the worst audio we've ever had.
Yeah, that was the first one, and then after that, probably 2 or 3 months later, I joined Crew, and then that's where it started.
That's awesome. So you don't even, so I mean, I guess, is it like a treat for you when people post memes and like, so I mean, you not being on Discord or sorry, not being on Instagram, you don't really know what you're missing, I suppose. Like, do you have, but like, does anyone like that have social media ever just like text you stuff or, I mean, because Tanner posts stuff from social media on Discord, but I don't think you can really see it.
No,
Um,
just whatever is posted onto Discord, I can see it, but
yeah.
that's about it.
There's a whole world of memes you're missing. I'm not trying to encourage you to get if you've made it 40 some years and haven't got on Instagram, kudos to
Yeah,
you. And
I think just the
uh
best ones will make it on Discord, and that's why.
yeah, there you go. It's fair. I mean, yeah, that is wild. There's like a whole perspective that you haven't really consumed of Massonomics. But like I said, if you've stayed off social media this long, and so was getting on Discord a big challenge for you, or you were already on Discord
No,
for
I was
other
already on
things?
Discord from video
Okay,
games, so
gotcha.
that was a pretty easy one to go over from.
Makes sense.
It was the first time I had it on my phone, though. Before that, it was just on my computer.
Wow, we changed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pretty tubular event that happened. Well, Joey knows where you're from and where you live, but I don't have a
yeah,
clue other than up north somewhere. So feel free to let us know anything you're comfortable with letting us know there.
yeah. I grew up in a small town outside of where Joey lives, more to the west. About 8,000 people there, and I was in after high school there. I moved to Toronto, got my business degree from Toronto's third best business school. And then halfway through that, I didn't really know if I wanted to be a businessman anymore. And then on in our last year, we had one class where the professor was so excited of how Home Depot would send wreaths to all the companies that they put out of business. And then at that point, I'm just like, I don't want to be a businessman. So that was the end of my businessman studies. But after that, went back to did some bartending in university, and then I did that for a pretty long time. That's actually most of my experiences in bartending, and then doing the job I do now.
Do you want to talk about what you do now?
But we can. I just well, I remember the first time in Discord when I explained what I did. I said that I was a subway driver, and then Keith thought that I delivered Subway sandwiches.
Hell
Did
yeah.
I wonder if that had to. I'm sure that.
Do they have subways in New York? Like, how would they make them that big?
I can't acknowledge if that was a joke or not because I don't know. But it's 50-50 if that was a joke or
Yeah.
not.
But either way,
So 2 years, which means you've missed out on almost 5 years. What's the one piece of merch that you wish you had that you don't have besides the Good Beans shirt?
I've got the Good Bean shirt's a pretty good shirt, but the one of the first gym tours with one of the Davids, he had the Lift Hard, Live Easy shirt that was like the NASCAR font.
Mhm.
That would be the one that I'd like to get. I don't even know what it's called technically, but yeah, that's the one I missed out on.
I think I could have got that at the first Lift Hard, Live Easy. Like, I think they had a box full of we're not selling these anymore. Because they had that one and they had the fluorescent lift shirt, but they only had it in like 2 sizes too small for me. And I was like,
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. Well, there was only 1 or 2 of those ones, but I think they did have the NASCAR one. That's a good one. Hey, I know I have a hand in some of this. What is your Hall of Fame status?
Right today makes it 8.
Hey.
April will be 9, and then it'll be 12 in July.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. What's April?
April would be the 2-year anniversary.
Oh, okay, because I'm like,
it actually, if it didn't get
that's not
canceled,
Home Gym Con or the Arnold, so I'm like,
no,
that was April.
If I don't know if you can see it there, but the original date is actually today.
Oh, happy anniversary! Almost,
yeah.
But it sounds like you pulled a big, mostly Matt, and you let that credit card lapse, eh?
No, I just canceled. With everything going on last year, I just canceled all my subscriptions and then kind of went back and reinstituted the ones that I still liked. So Amazon's gone and Netflix is gone, but Massonomics has prevailed.
That's fair. What is the cheapest for $3? I mean, it's $3 is a little easier to swallow than like $24 or $17, whatever. So
or a Peloton prescription.
I don't know. Yeah, Jesus.
I would argue not about price, but about value. The value you get from a Massonomics supporting membership is way beyond all of those other things. And that's only a half joke. There are days I don't want to go to the gym, and I'll be sitting on the couch on Discord watching everybody lift, and I will just go, fuck, I gotta stop. And I'll just go to the gym, and it's just because you guys posting just remind me to stop being a lazy dick. So that's one added value.
Crew, inspiring crew, etc. Cam, I know you got a gym up there. Does it have a CT? You technically get a CTF though?
Oh, it's a first round CTF, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and when I got it, there were only 3 spots left after mine. Nice. So
I wouldn't expect a first round CTF from someone that fucking quit on Massonomics.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I'm rethinking this whole let's get Cam on the podcast, but no, I'm glad you came back. How long do you think you were not a member?
Going by credit card statements, it was 2 months.
Okay, so that's that's honestly like that's even more cool though. I mean, it sucks that you had but it sounds like you didn't just cancel Massonomics. So like,
no, you burned the boats.
You purged multiple things and then actually brought them back into the fold. So that I guess is almost cooler. So I can't give you much shit. If you had just canceled it because you didn't want to do it, but you didn't cancel anything else, and then you came back, I would judge you kind of.
Nothing else survived. Everything else.
But this is so that's actually kudos to you for that, for acknowledging that the friends you made along the way was worth $3 a month. Well, we are glad you're here. I'm glad you actually submitted some questionnaires for us. Been having a hard time getting some people to do that in a timely manner. So I appreciate when people actually have it done a week or 2 or 3 in advance rather than like me DMing them like 3 days out. And I'm like, okay, bud, you got like one submission so far and it's not yours. Can you get on this, please? So I appreciate that, Cam. So when you did send this out to people, how'd you go about that? You seem like kind of a private guy who's not on social media. So the fact that you had that many people's emails or phone numbers that you could text, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, most of the replies were all in the same group chat. So I just
Mm,
said, I'm going on a podcast about another podcast that sells shirts and is about lifting. And then I also told them it had to be done by the end of December, so that
nice. Appreciate that.
I got them done and out of the way. And then my wife did it eventually.
The wives are funny because like wives will either give it to me like on the first. I'll either get the wife submitted like very first or like not at all sometimes or like it's dead last and the guys are just like I don't know. It's just funny like how in tune a spouse is or to this world or like how much they care about just I don't know. But I just like I said, I always appreciate any upcoming guests that have already had some questionnaires submitted. I very much appreciate you. Anyone that's maybe not doing so good, take this as a slight motivation, please, because it just makes our life easier. Joey and I are busy guys, so not having to worry about this makes our life easier, please, and thank you. I guess I'll keep going. Cam, are you familiar with least fun, most fun, and would you love to explain the rules to people listening?
Yeah, there's a topic, and then I have to say what is the least fun and what is the most fun about that topic.
Indeed. Least fun, most fun, vintage weights.
Least fun is trying to find them because I use mostly Kijiji, which is kind of like a Craigslist up here.
Okay.
So you're gonna find people that'll be selling for either way, way, way under what it's worth, or people will have something where they think that they can make an entire just make up a price. Like the Weeder cross hubs that I got, the 35 pounds. The lady wanted $170 for those. So I drove there. It was a 2.5 hour drive to pick those up, and then I got them. And then there's another set, the Whipper Watsons, which are based on an old Canadian wrestler named Whipper Watson from Toronto, and he made his own set of weights. And up here they go for a lot of money, but maybe $3 or $4 a pound. And for some reason, they're also very popular in Texas
Interesting.
because Big Lance, who had his CTF featured, has a bunch of them, and he sent me a message on Discord saying he was looking for some as well. But if you look for them on eBay, there's a guy selling the 1.5 pounders for $250 each.
Oof. Yeah.
And I
Shit
was
gets
able to
steep.
get 11 2.5 pounders for $25.
Yeah,
So,
you can't beat that.
yeah. But yeah, the vintage weights, I had no idea until Tanner started talking about them. And I needed more weights, so I might as well get older classic ones
There you go.
because I can't really afford to collect too many other things that are historically significant. So you might as well get those.
Nice. The wild thing I take away from that is just like I guess I didn't, not knowing you doing that without Marketplace. So you don't even have a Facebook that you don't have a profile. You just have Marketplace, like, and you don't use your wife's Facebook Marketplace or anything. You just don't. So you're theoretically missing out on a ton of shit that could be like at your neighbor's house that, if it's not on Market. But also I don't know though. Like if that Kijiji thing is more popular up there than what, because Craigslist is all but dead down here, and like I haven't looked at Craigslist in a couple years. I'm sure there's still shit on there, but it's not as prevalent as it was. Like I built my gym on Craigslist and sold thousands of dollars of shit on Craigslist, but not in the last 5 years.
I don't know, Joey,
So
what do you think about the popularity between the two of them? You'd probably know better than I would.
I mean, you actually just solidified my decision to open a Kijiji account again. Because there are things I'm looking for, but I refuse to get back on Facebook. I think you're going to see Facebook Marketplace is probably more popular, except it's always full of idiots. And I'm getting the sense that there's going to be a large exodus from Facebook Marketplace to other things. Because all you need is a Facebook profile. Whereas on Kijiji, like, you could be an anonymous whatever, but like you can't dick around. You can't waste people's time through Messenger. It has to be done through email. You never post your phone number, things like that, that like I can see the exodus from Facebook for people within our demographic going back to Kijiji.
Yeah, the main thing with Kijiji is it's all classified by workout equipment. And if you sort it by weights, you're only going to find people selling like Rogue bumper plates for $150 for 25s.
Mhm.
So you just have to go to exercise equipment, and then you find probably 300 to 400 of those under desk little exercise wheels that everybody has, like those pedalers. They're
Yeah.
always on there for like 20 or 30 bucks, and that takes up most of the screen. So there's a lot of garbage you have to sift through, but
Oh yeah, I don't miss Mark or Craigslist because Craigslist has the people that like just want to sell baseball bats, like people that like flip sporting goods stuff, and it just
mhm,
happens to be under the Craigslist sporting goods thing. So it's just like
yeah.
constant page after page after page, and people and you can't afford to search stuff because people misspell shit all the. You almost have to like do so many keywords to kind of sort of find what you're looking for, and it's just I don't miss Craigslist, but it was helpful in its heyday.
Yeah. I did also get a pair of almost a full set of international deep dish for $1 a pound.
Hey, there you go. Can't beat that.
Wow. You are right. This is 100% bikes. And I'm wondering if I should have filtered closer to me. But
Yeah.
that's really cool. No, that's I've been thinking about it, and you just really reminded me to do it. Okay. Tell us about the lifting journey.
Do you want to ask him his hype person
Oh,
question first,
I
buddy?
guess. Um, well, somebody deleted that section of the notes.
Oh no.
I'm looking right at it. Least
Mm,
fun, most fun, hype person.
nope, it's deleted on my end. Either way, it doesn't matter. I
No.
missed it because I'm a bad host. So, do you want to do hype person or do you want to do workout partner?
I've got answers for both, so whichever one you guys want to do doesn't really matter.
All right, who's your ideal hype person for this
F
lift?
for hype person, I just pick any one of my great grandfathers because they like all their jobs were considerably harder than anything I've ever done. So if they were just like go lift this, I'd be like okay right away. Like I'd have to do it. There wouldn't be
Yep.
any ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay, and who is your dream workout partner?
Well, that one I'd go back in time and speak to younger Cam and tell him not to not work out for 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I could definitely be stronger if I didn't take 15 years off. That's for sure.
Yep.
I don't
Then
think
you
I've
could
ever.
finally be strong.
Yeah, then I could be strong. I could have been
Yep.
strong by now, but I wouldn't have no way of knowing.
I have no memory of any ever meeting great grandparents on either side of my family. I don't
Oh, I
believe.
never met any of them, but
Oh, okay. That's because I was trying to like math that. I'm like, was he like 5 and just has a really good memory, and they all just had
no.
kids when they were 15? I was like,
My
oh,
I did meet my one great grandmother. She was alive when I was first born, but then she was from Aberdeen, Scotland, so I couldn't understand a word she said.
Yep.
But like all the other ones, they were like bridge builders or farmers, so they'd be a lot tougher than I would be.
good answer.
Okay. What was I about to ask then?
Lifting
Yeah,
history.
go ahead. Tell us all about it if you want, or
Oh,
none of it.
back in university, I was a bouncer at the university bar. So we'd all work out all the time. We'd go to the school working out area, the rack they call it, the Ryerson Athletic Center. And we'd go there, do our general workouts. It was mostly pretty much you just do arms before you go to work to make yourself look a little bit bigger in our tight polo shirts. And it worked. But we after that I didn't work out again until I started working here. So started doing just like one of the basic Athlete X programs. Like you don't get strong with those, but you do lose a lot of weight. Like it's a very good way to shed a lot of weight because it's mostly cardio. And then during the pandy, we couldn't really do a whole lot, so I just did a bunch of body weight stuff. We got a very good deal. There was a guy in Kitchener who was selling entire gym setups, like home gym setups, squat stands, full set of plates, full set of kettlebells, full set of dumbbells. He was trying to get enough to make his own company, so it was like $1,800 for everything. So we had all of that before we even bought our house. So we had to buy a house to put the gym into it because it was just sitting in my friend's basement for 2 years. But the deal was just so good that we had to do it.
Can't afford
Um,
not to.
yeah, we literally couldn't afford not to.
Pen to
So
paper,
then,
etc.
yeah, once we had our house, it all the stuff went into the garage gym. And at that point, I had wanted to try powerlifting. Once the gym's open, I went to a local powerlifting gym. got a coach, learned powerlifting. I've been doing that for probably 3 years. And then I got up to my original goal of just having like 1,000 pound total. And then after that, I last year, before we went skiing, I squatted 405 for the first time. Then 2 weeks later, went skiing and realized that being able to squat 405 once is not a useful thing for real life because you have no endurance. So the best way I figured out to do that was just to transition to strongman. So I've been doing strongman for the last year and a half now.
Love it.
And just putting pieces together.
Just so the listeners can get a better picture, since you don't really have social media. How old are you, Cam?
43.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, I think 43 or 44, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Just keeping track.
Yeah.
M1, Masters 1. Somewhere between 40 and 44. Take it.
No, and I understand by experience you're quite good at finding equipment.
Oh yeah,
we talked a little bit about that, but like in particular, you found one that I actually kicked myself in the ass for not getting it when you offered.
The log or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Rogue log, I think it was.
Yeah, I sent you the link for it. I don't remember. It was crazy cheap and it was pretty close to you, I think.
It was $200.
Yeah.
But I was like, in my head, I was like, that's when I was just changing my jobs. And I was like, well, I don't know if this $200 is worth it. I can't lift it in the basement. And then like 4 months later, I was like, dummy.
Yeah, I've put together most of the gym is off Kijiji, like the Atlas stones that we were using that one time. Mm-hmm. Those I got all. It was the 100-pound, the 150, and the 200. In American dollars, probably about $300 for all three of them.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the log was 500 Canadian, so again like 350 American. And then everything else is bells of steel because I can just drive up there in 15-20 minutes and get everything.
Yeah, next time we meet up, that's not a lifting, and we'll just meet up at Bells of Steel and play with all their stuff.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
it's pretty nice up there.
Hey guys, we're shooting content.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would love that.
So what are you doing for programming now that you've kind of transitioned to strongman, or at least trying to implement strongman into your routine?
I've just got Juggernaut telling me exactly what to do. Juggernaut AI. I've been doing that one for 3 years now. So,
did you switch to the Juggernaut?
To the strongman? Yeah.
Okay.
I switched to the strongman.
Do you like that? I've heard kind of mixed results on that.
It's I'm sure there's better ones, but it just tells me what to do. I don't ask it any questions. I just do what it tells me to do.
Nice.
And then sometimes it'll give like an insane rep amount. And I'm like, there's no way I can do that. And then you do it. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess the robot knows what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it knows what's up.
Yeah. I remember when I was briefly back on Facebook in the Juggernaut group, and people were like, what is your advice for starting with Juggernaut? And is it just trust Chatbot?
Yeah.
You're going to look at it and go, I can't do that. And then you're going to do it and you're going to feel great.
Yeah. Like today I did a set of 14 wide grip bench presses at like 220 for some reason. And I'm like, all right.
Damn. I would not want to do that.
No, I thought maybe I'd get 8 or 9, but there was some obsidian ammonia involved, but still.
Well, yeah, because the AMRAP days are wild. Because there are days I'll come home from work. Okay, I've been pulling doors all day, exhausted, and it'll go, oh, do this for this many. We think you can do 7. Right? And then you do your check-in, and it goes, okay, maybe you can do 6. And then you'll bust out 9 or 10, and you're like, what happened there? Right? So, yeah, I think we talked about it when we met. There are ups and downs to the Juggernaut strongman thing. A lot of it is making sure you're setting your 1 rep maxes. I learned that pretty quickly. A lot of the stuff that I was getting was because I hadn't yet, because I've been doing powerlifting for 4 years, and then suddenly you go into strongman and you're like, I've never done these before, so you forget to update your max.
Mm-hmm.
And then the program doesn't know what to tell you.
So, yeah, I found that if you just kind of get like a good guess the first time you do something, it'll sort it out in like a couple of weeks. It'll kind of get where you should.
I don't like that it doesn't suggest new 1 rep maxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know that's not the goal of strongman. That's the goal of the powerlifting program.
It would do that in the powerlifting one, yeah.
Yeah, whereas if you would do it, you would go, oh, that was a 9. They'd be like, the powerlifting program would go, well, maybe you should update your max to this.
Yeah, even today at the like when you go through it at the end, it's like, oh, that was your best set. but no other input. Do you want to change anything? It's like,
Yeah.
good job, bud. Way to go. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll submit that.
What is speed ordering pizza mean?
Oh, speed ordering pizza. That was from three of us used to live in a house together, and we'd order pizza, and you'd always know the exact questions that would be asked by the pizza person. Like when you call to order, they're like, "What would you like? What's the phone number? What's the address?" So if you got a good operator, you'd be able to give them the information they wanted before, like before they'd even ask for it. So the record was, I think it's 17 seconds to order pizza for delivery.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, because you just tell them you like name, address, exactly what you want, because our order never changed, and then just how you're gonna pay, and then the record was as soon as the phone call comes up with the total time of call, that was the record that you'd be able to have.
Is it bad then that the one place when I grew up in the inner city, there was my favorite pizza place down the street. They had my number saved. So I would call and he would pick up and go, "Oh, hey, Joey."
Yeah,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
yeah, because we
Still
had it was Pizza Nova that we had. I think Trevor had the record at 17 seconds. I think is what it was.
That's hilarious. You started lifting with in your rustic basement gym in your old apartment.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Danielle submitted this one.
in rustic basement gym, it's parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
So what we would do is I just go down to the parking garage. I got during the pandemic, I ordered 2 sandbags, and we had some of the kettlebells that I'd ordered from that gym setup. And I just go down there, swing kettlebells, and run around with sandbags. It was the only thing that. Oh, actually, you know what? I think she might be talking about the gym that was across the street that we were members at. It was like a local community center. It was in the basement underneath a pool, so it was leaking all the time, and it had like, yeah, that's probably what she was talking about. There's 3 exercise bikes, a set of dumbbells, a bunch of random machines, and then there was like the lifting area that was pretty much just like a leg press, a bench with a bunch of bent bars, and a Smith machine. But
Did
that
everyone there know
was
their leg press PR?
oh, there were definitely guys there that could tell you their leg press PR. There was a bunch of like retired
tracks.
Polish police officers that would just be there the whole time. Because like that part of Toronto and High Park has a lot of Polish and Ukrainian immigrants, and they were all retired. They were cops in the old country, came here, finished off their career as policemen here, and then they'd all just sit in the gym and just do leg press and bench press all day. And they were doing like 4 or 5 plates, and they'd if yeah, they just keep bench or benching and leg pressing all day. But they were nice. They'd always wear like their old Polish like police. I don't know what you call them, like PT gear, I guess, that the cops would wear. They just wear them still, and they're like these are like 65, 70-year-old guys.
Nice.
But that's probably the rustic gym she was talking about, not the parking garage.
Well, there's a sentence in here that I thought I would get out of you. We originally trained together, but after watching me squat and deadlift, he decided he didn't need to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, what does that mean? I know what the phrase means, but what does it mean in this context?
Well, Danielle was in there doing her squats and her deadlifts, and I was doing something with machines or something. I came in, she was just all sweaty, grunting, hair all over the place, and yeah, I just didn't want to know how the sausage was made. Like I appreciate what she looks like, but I don't need to know the steps that go.
I see. I get it.
Man, I'd never appreciate my wife more than when she's like fucking grunting underneath a heavy barbell or something. Like that's to each their own, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd just rather look at the end result than kind of know what goes into it.
Okay. You used to play video games,
I did.
it says here.
Yeah, I still play some video games, but definitely in high school and university, we played a lot more video games.
What kind?
Well, high school naturally would be GoldenEye, a lot of GoldenEye and Mario Kart. University was when we got into NHL, and then after university was 100% Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods 2004, 2005. Yeah, James, I don't know if James put this in there, but we played a lot, probably 300 or 400 hours per character on each Tiger Woods every year.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'd come home from work, just play Tiger Woods all day. And then, yeah, a lot of Tiger Woods, but I have got some And Rock Band, a lot of Rock Band.
Yeah,
Just
even I
for
played Rock Band. Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Band was a lot of fun back when it was popular. We just sit there and play like all the classic rock songs like By the Rush Pack, and then just sit there and just play music all day. Even though you're not really actually playing music, it just kind of gives you something to do on days off.
So are you a big Golden Tee guy now?
I did some Golden Tee in university, but after I think it's not as popular. I haven't seen a Golden Tee machine in a long time, actually.
There used to be one here in Binbrook, and you would like there would be guys that like would drive for half an hour just to come and play Golden Tee, and they had
Yeah.
like the profile set up, and they could play at any machine.
Yeah, you could have your transferable profile. You had to put in your phone number.
Wild, wild.
Yeah, I got one hole in one on Golden Tee, I think in either first or second year of university, and then after that it was all downhill.
Now and was that before or after you got asked to leave a all you can eat sushi place?
That would have been before the all you can eat sushi place. It was
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
well, we may have been on some special cigarettes before we went to the
Yeah.
So what they do is it was Sushi Island on College. I don't know if anybody other than Big Will's gonna know where that is. He might know where that is, but it was all you could eat sushi place. And what they would do is they would limit some things, like the expensive things. They'd only give you like two or four or six of them if you got the all you can eat. So naturally, you order those first, and then they try to fill you up with sushi. But the real deal is the sashimi. So we would just order plates of 40 to 50 slices of salmon sashimi at a time, and just try to get the best value that we could. Because only $15 for all you could eat. So we'd order probably $300 worth of salmon and just eat it as fast as we could. And the one time they came up, the lady's like, "You just have to leave."
Wow.
Because right in the very bottom of the menu, in like the tiniest print that there is, it says hour and a half time limit.
Gotcha.
So they just wait. And what the other rule that they had was whatever you'd leave on your plate, you had to pay full price for. So what they do is they just start cutting like the shittiest piece of salmon that they could find and as wide as possible so that the mouthfeel would just be disgusting. So their goal was to make you leave it and then charge you like $30 for it. But
That's smart.
we just we powered through. Yeah, we were asked to leave. It was either once or twice we got asked to leave there. But then it went under, so that's it's now Sashimi Island, slightly further down the street.
Do you do the same thing at Sashimi Island?
I haven't been to an all-you-can-eat sushi place in a very long time.
Me either. Having kids like ruined it.
Yeah, Wagyu. I think it's more we just get the all-you-can-eat sushi is not the best sushi, so I'd rather pay the same money and get actually decent sushi now.
No, that's fair.
So you seem like a guy that likes a good deal then. So, you like paying $1 a pound or less for vintage weights. You like free sushi. And then so I was winning a car at a baseball game had to just make you tickled pink, eh?
Well, that was a great deal. Yeah, we went to it was the Blue Jays game in 2015, the home opener, and they were just going around asking if you wanted to enter the contest to win the free car. And we were there pretty early. Like, yeah, sure, free car. Like, if I don't win, do I get a Honda lawnmower? Because the past year, every contest, if you didn't win, they just give you a Honda lawnmower. Whoa. And I think it was either because there's a couple theories of why I won. There is each of my friends that were there has a different reason. I think mine is probably the most accurate one. Is I was there with a bunch of people in their 30s. So if you're giving away a mid-sized CRV to a bunch of people, like you're not going to give it to an old person because none of their friends are going to want to buy one. And a young person, no one's going to be driving around in one of those. So people who are there with people of their demographic would probably be the person that wins it. The other theory is I had one of the most ridiculous mustaches in the history of time. So one of my friends believes that it was for 100% for social media clout, was just give me the car because of the mustache. And then the other one is just pure randomness, but I really don't think it was because they had the whole presentation up on the Jumbotron. So I really don't think that it was random. It was definitely planned, but we will never know the reason. But that was the first time, like going off on a bit of a tangent here, but that was the first time that my wife, then girlfriend, had met all my friends, was at this baseball game where I abandoned her for 6 of the 9 innings. and she had to sit with people she didn't know. And one of my friend's wife was secretly pregnant. Like she was only a month or two pregnant, so she wasn't drinking. But nobody else knew. So my other friend was drinking his beer and the beer purchased for his wife.
Oh,
So
geez.
he was about 12 tall boys deep, sitting next to my wife the first time that she met any of my friends.
Like, why are all your friends assholes?
Yeah, why is this one guy so drunk? He's drinking like twice as much as everybody else. Because he just emptied the can, give it to his wife, and she pretended that she was drinking it because they hadn't told anybody that she was pregnant yet.
So you won that car 11 years ago. If you're anything like me, you still have it, but do you? Is that still your daily, or was that
Oh yeah,
something?
absolutely. It's
That's
got almost 100,000 kilometers on it now. So I guess like
nice.
60,000 miles maybe.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Um, how'd that work? So like, here's a $30,000 car for free, but you owed us like 7 grand in taxes on it.
Well,
Like,
that was one of my questions when I asked them, well, is this just like a lease for a year or something? And they're like, nope, you win. I'm like, okay, like what about taxes? Nope, it's all covered.
oh wow,
Taxes were covered, licenses was
damn.
covered. The
What kind of
big
in?
problem
Yep.
was that the insurance company wouldn't insure it because they've never had a car that comes directly from the manufacturer before. Because it always goes manufacturer, dealer,
Hmm.
then to the individual. So they had to end up selling it to the dealer for $1, and then I bought it for $1, and then they reimbursed me the dollar. So yeah, but it's a great car. It's
Yeah, it's
yeah, free car. It was
fucking
pretty nice.
free. That's literally if I could win a free car right now, I would die driving it because like I'm with my last car, the car I currently own is like 18 years old, and my next one hopefully lasts just as long. I doubt it will, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, it worked out well because when I was changing the snow tires off the car that I had before, it was a '93 Grand Am. As soon as I put the jack stand just went right through the floor. So pretty good,
Good timing,
pretty
eh?
good timing for a new car. Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Um, so someone specifically had talked about your bouncing career there and said you might have some good poop stories from that. I'm not really sure what they were elaborating on, but I don't know. Feel free with this. Everyone likes to share and listen to a good poop story if you got one.
Um, the bouncing poop story. It's a pretty good poop story. There are better poop stories, but we were closing down the bar one night, and one of the jobs of everybody's you have to check the bathrooms to make sure that there's nobody in there. And one of the girl security guards came out. She's like, "This is the biggest shit I've ever seen." And everybody's like, "Okay, like whatever. Like I've seen big poops before, but man, no, like we went in and it is by far the largest poop I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was about the size and shape of a Kong dog chew toy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Blech.
Uh,
Blech.
but the thing with it is we had the at Ryerson they have a bunch of nursing students, and we had one of the waitresses with the nursing student. She's coming, she's like, "Oh yeah, like somebody had an impacted bowel," and that was the end of it. Just like this huge dump. She's like, "Yeah, that's nothing." But yeah, that's the largest poop I've ever seen. Yeah, I've
That's
also
gross.
seen a someone a needle drug enthusiast will say on the street take a bend over and just have diarrhea directly into the side of an open cop car.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that happens downtown. Like the cop car, they were just sitting there, window down. The guy just pulls his pants down, and just takes a shit directly into the car. But then they got out. They used the guy to kind of clean the car off, then threw him in the back of the car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yeah. There's some good poop stories.
Well, I think we can stop there.
Okay.
Getting gross.
It's
Oh
it's uh
man.
it's hard to see on Zoom, but someone said you're fucking tall. So how tall are you, buddy? How fucking
He's
tall are you?
fucking tall. It was my
I don't
wife
think
that
I'm
said that.
fucking tall. I'm like I'd say taller than average. I think I'm like 6'5", maybe 6'5"
It's
or
pretty
6'6".
anything above 6'4" is really fucking tall,
Yeah,
I feel. Like yeah, I think six once you eclipse 6'4", that's pretty fucking tall. That's fair.
that's
That's a
yeah.
fair assessment in
All
my
right.
book.
Yeah, that was Morgan when you stopped at my house. She's like, did you know he was this tall? I was like, nope, I've only ever met Danielle. And then, so she sends me the photo and she's up to just under your chest. Right? So
Yeah,
like, yeah.
that's the thing. Like I don't know. People are like, "Oh, you're so tall," but everybody seems like the same height to me. It's either somebody's close to my height or somebody's not close to my height. I can't really tell anymore.
Cam doesn't see height.
Yeah, I don't see height. I'm not a heightist.
And that's definitely not on your radar, eh? Um What is this? You won some attendance awards, huh? Is that something you're proud of?
Oh, yeah, that was at work during COVID. I got perfect attendance. So you get like you used to get a bunch of money, but they took that away. So now you just get
Oh,
the
of
day
course.
off. They're like, "Oh, hey, good job. Here's a day
I,
off." And I come home.
I would take a day off.
Yeah. You come home. I told my wife, like, "Hey, dear, I got perfect attendance." She just looks at me and just yells "nerd" like
Yeah.
directly into my
Okay,
face.
I want to say the moment he said perfect attendance, that word popped into my
Yeah.
head. Nerd.
Well, I look at it like, do you
Fucking
actually get sick?
nerd.
Do you get like sick time that you can like? Because with my job, I don't actually get sick time. It's just a pool of PTO. So like me not taking sick days benefits me financially, but like if I had sick time, I'd fucking use every single
No,
minute of it if I was
this
sick.
this is Canada. We have it way better than you.
We
Oh
have
yeah, yes.
I
You are a
get
fucking nerd. If you get sick time and you're allowed to use it with no ramifications, like
well, that's the thing. We get 5 sick days without a doctor's note, and then after that you have to go get a doctor's note.
I'd have 5 sick days every fucking year.
Yep. But then if you have too many entries, which is every time you call in sick, it's one entry.
Yeah, that's how it is with my wife. So I
So
always
like
tell her,
you can be sick for 20 days and that's one entry. But
yeah,
if
that's
you
what I
call
always.
in sick 2 single days, then that's
Yeah.
2 entries, and in their mind that's worse.
I've tried to
Yeah.
explain that to my wife for the last several years. I was like, don't just like stop taking like one day off. If you feel like shit,
Yeah.
take like 3 days off.
Just
You
take
have so
5.
much. You have, yeah, she has more sick time than she'd ever use. And yeah, I'm like, I wish I had sick time. I would take advantage of that. But
But that does look worse. I came pretty close to letting a guy go because if he was ever off for 2 days in a row or had 2 days off, 2 days on, or and then another day off, he was always sick between those days. And it got to the point by like the fourth month in a row where I was like, just so you know, I've noticed. And he was like, notice what? Like I pulled out the calendar and pointed it out to him. Right. So it does look worse when you just take random sick days off. But no, like even at my new job, after your probationary period, 2 sick days, first year, 3 sick days, they just accumulate. And they're just a day that you get to call in under certain parameters by the provincial law. I think it has to be within 2 hours of the start of your shift. Anything before that is considered just taking the day off, and they have to pay you. They're not fun, right? Like taking sick days for no reason kind of sucks. I know you were saying you would do it, but it's just one of
well,
those
no,
like
I guess I look at it
I'd
as like
rather be at
I
work.
do get. I guess I look at it as like I actually do get sick. Like I get a nasty fucking man cold once or twice a year that like I should not be around people for at least a couple of days because I'm contagious as fuck.
Yep.
And I will work a lot of the times because I don't get fucking sick time and I'm not using my
Yeah.
goddamn vacation. Like I have to be like really fucking sick to take
Oh,
time off.
I thought you meant you were like, fuck this, I'm taking a day. No, no, no.
Well, I mean, uh, well, I guess what I would do though is like if I wouldn't be sick for one fucking day very often, I would make it a 2 day sickness just because, like Cam was mentioning, it benefits you to not do individual days. All right. Well, enough about me scamming the system.
Nerd.
Well, speaking of systems, Cam, we hear you're very organized, but not organized enough to renew your passport in time.
Oh yeah, that was we were going to Pittsburgh to watch baseball, and I noticed the day before that my passport had expired. So the worst part was afterwards I told everybody that I had a spreadsheet that I was tracking everything on, and not updating the spreadsheet was in fact worse for me than telling all my friends that my passport had expired. But if you are going anywhere and your passport expires, you just have to go to the local passport office, pay them an exorbitant amount of money, and they'll walk downstairs and just put it on top of the pile.
Nice.
Yeah, so you just had to prove that you were going somewhere. I'm like, hey, I'm going to watch baseball in Pittsburgh tomorrow, and my passport's expired. They're like, well, why'd you let it expire? And you tell them we didn't plan on letting it expire, but yeah, they still brought that up. But yeah, you just give them some money, and then everything's fine.
Yeah, because once you have one, it's like getting it for the first time sucks.
Yeah.
But once you have one, even if it's expired, they're like, yeah, you're probably who you say you are because we have records and photos here of you.
Yeah, and it was only expired by like a month, so it wasn't too bad at all. But it's a good thing I checked the night before or the day before and not the day of. That would have been a much worse time.
Well, even right before the first Lived Hard, Live Easy, mine had been expired for probably 3 years. And this was like right at the tail end of COVID, right? So like everything was still kind of shady.
Yeah. Where do you
And
have to go to get your passport?
we have a place just down the street.
Okay.
And yeah, I went in and just sat down, and you wait, and then you go in, and then they go, "Who's this person that says that you're you? Who's this person?" They picked up the phone and called my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And they were like, "I have this person in front of me. Can you describe him? Is this what he looks like?" And I had
Yeah.
it within a week. It showed up to my door
Yeah. They
within a
did the
week.
exact same thing for me. And I'm pretty sure I know who put this in because he was the guy that they called. And they're like, "Can you describe him?" He's like, "Well, he's kind of gangly. He's not the most attractive
He's
person."
fucking tall.
Yeah, he's fucking tall. Yeah. And then the guy's just sitting there, like you can see the passport guy, just like, Jesus Christ. Like no one's gonna call somebody and make this up.
How's the ankle healing up after that break?
Oh, that was a bad time.
Yeah,
Um,
I've done that myself. It's not ideal.
no, because when afterwards, when the doctor I saw the osteosurgeon, he's like, "Oh, you should have just broken it. It would have been a lot easier because it ended up being just dislocated."
Oof.
But like remember how this year Cam Scadaboo's like his when he dislocated his ankle,
Mhm.
his big toe went to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bottom of my foot went to the left.
Oh.
So like it just snapped the one side completely out of it.
No more mental images on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's the worst injury I've had before. That one was a bad time.
What's the second worst injury?
I did an ACL
Who are you, big
in
Tanner?
high school.
Yeah,
Dislocating ankles and fucking pulling ACL, blowing
playing
ACL.
Yeah.
ball.
Blowing out an
Literally-
ACL. That was
Just
just
literally the tan man to a T.
yeah, just got caught in some grapevine and then somebody fell on my leg and then that was just the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't go traipsing through grapevine in the middle of the night and have other people around you. Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, that's a bad time. Yeah. Yeah, I broke that when I did the ankle mountain biking, the ambulance guy, I looked at him like, this is gonna be a problem, isn't he? And he's like, that's fucking disgusting, man. He's like, that's horrible. But I went to the hospital, he just snapped it back in. He's like, it's gonna suck. He's like, we're just gonna sedate you for like 30 seconds to snap it back in. Because apparently the sound of it is pretty bad, and some people start to have problems with just the noise, so they just knocked me out for that one.
That's wild. I remember when I had a tooth removed and they were like, "You're going to hear all of this. It's
Yeah.
going to suck. Don't panic. You won't feel it." And they were right. Should have just put me out.
Yeah, when I got my wisdom teeth out, the bottom ones, they just had to cut them into smaller and smaller pieces to get them out because there was no other way to open them up.
Were you awake for that?
Oh yeah, it was
Man.
like 3 hours. It wasn't bad.
Oh, that's horrible. Knocking me the fuck out.
Yeah, up here.
I still have all my wisdom teeth, but someday they might have to come out. But so far, they're not rotten out yet.
Yeah, over here they're just like, give us $100 and you'll wake up with no teeth. And we're okay, here you go. Hey Cam, how many Subway footlongs is too many?
3 is too many.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I can eat 2 Subway footlongs. This is a while ago though.
Well, what meat? Because that I feel like that what the meat and then the
Yes.
toppings 1,000,000% can.
There's caveats.
Well,
Yeah,
there'd always be a Subway melt, so like the turkey ham and whatever the
Had
third mystery meat is and bacon.
Yeah, bacon was on the melt, right?
Yeah, and then a tuna as well.
Tuna.
Yeah,
Two-
so just those
yeah.
two.
Smashing 24 inches of that is a lot.
Yeah, that's usually what I'd eat for lunch. Back in university times.
When you weren't eating double Big Macs. Oh, so what the fuck is it? Did you misspeak when you said a double Big Mac, or is that what you guys? Because like a Big Mac here does have 2 patties, but I've never heard it
A
called
double Big Mac would have.
Oh yeah,
I-
the
Did you
Joomla
actually
Macs,
order
yeah.
a 4-patty Big Mac?
Yeah, you guys don't have double Big Macs?
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah, it's literally a double. It's a Big Mac that has just twice as many patties to it.
I can see that being more beneficial because like a regular Big Mac is like about a third too much bread because that extra piece is just.
Yeah, it's the same. It's just the one piece in the middle and the top and the bottom, but it has
I
it's
can't
got 4
agree.
patties on it.
I did a one of my.
Is invented by Grayson.
Sure, Grayson loves the double patties. I had a every now and then speaking of the Phillips, his aunt is referencing lazy protein. Every now and then I do like they're like $12, $10, $12 to get like a a meal prep. I go into the places that like they're always trying to sell you the whole like week worth of food. You can still go in and buy single meals for $10 ish. So I will pick a handful of those up every now and then, just throw them in the freezer. So if there's a night we don't cook dinner, it's like I know that I can get like a decent amount of protein and not horrible for you. So tonight was one of those nights. And it was a burger casserole, but it kind of had like that Big Macy sauce on it. So like my first bite, I was actually really surprised because I thought it was going to be like really shitty and bland, and I was like, "Wow, this was fucking pretty good." I was like, just ground beef over pasta with the Big Mac sauce adjacent. So sorry to seal that. Where we're at? Oh, so do you think we think your wife will consume this episode?
50-50.
Okay, so uh, I'm gonna assume she is gonna listen. So I want to hear you tell me who has the better, ideas when it comes to lawn maintenance.
Who has the better ideas when it comes to lawn maintenance?
Unless both use different strategies for lawn propagate. What the fuck is lawn propagation?
Propagation.
For
Is that just
growing, yeah.
there's like a whole there's a whole sentence of saying that you guys completely don't agree on it and shit. And who's superior? So I figured it would be
Oh
something
yeah,
funny
because she doesn't believe that when you put down sod, you have to put peat moss over it and then water your peat moss and keep the peat moss wet so that the grass can grow. She just takes the seeds and just throws them randomly throughout the lawn and expects Jesus to take the wheel and that the seeds will grow.
That sounds like something my wife would do.
Yeah, you just kind of have to take care of your lawn seeds. Your little grasslings need help.
And the peat moss helps protect it from the birds.
Yeah, and it doesn't blow away,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps it wet.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the word propagation. Propagation.
Man, I was telling people at work because they were like, "What's your podcast about?" And I was like, "Oh, well, kind of nothing, but also my co-host has never heard of a platypus." And like suddenly they were all locked in. They were like, he just didn't know they exist. And I was like, he did not. So I had to tell them the whole story.
I learned a lot of shit. I wish I could I wish ChatGPT could just like break down like 3 years worth of shit that I've said I didn't know until today. Because that would be a pretty like extensive. It probably so. Let's see. So what is this 140 something? So there's got to be at least 40 might be too. If the over under was 40, have I learned 40 new words? I'd probably take the under, but I would take the over at 30. I would say somewhere between 30-ish sounds fair. Like every couple, at least once a month, I'm like, I didn't know that, but maybe it's more often. I don't know. Listeners tell me because I feel like I'm playing. I feel like when the Discord pops off, when people are going back and forth and people are making comments, I'm like, man, I wish I got that reference right at the moment. I really do need to start listening to these again. I think just on like maybe I should listen to them on like 2x and just get the gist because sometimes I'm like I feel like I'm missing out on the party. Wait, did I say like I couldn't remember I said good beans until
No, I forgot to.
And then I was like, oh, I did say that, but it was also. And I could have the excuse of like back in the day when we were fucking recording damn near till 11 o'clock at night that it was like literally delirious sometimes. But now we're done by like 9:30 most of the time, and it's like I probably should remember more than this. But also, if you're getting up at fucking 4:30, it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I kind of went on a little ramble there.
Last week was, we did like a 4-minute post show. And then I was like, guys, I gotta go. And I'm telling you, I walked from here to there and was asleep within the 30 seconds it took.
I love it. Are we ready for games? I don't know where we're at on, and I do think you're right. You had mentioned some of the stuff kind of got. I think when I copied one of the things, some shit got discombobulated. So I'm gonna like just scroll down underneath all this to make sure we're not missing anything.
It happens, but I do have one that is very interesting because I'm hoping Cam can explain some of these words. He once pre-drank for the Century Club.
I was gonna ask that. Yeah.
That's true.
What is the Century Club? Was gonna be my first question. Sorry.
The Century Club is you take one shot of beer every minute for 100 minutes. So
I thought it was a place in Canada. That's why I cut Joey off because I wanted to know what it was. I thought he knew what it was.
It is 100 ounces of beer in 100 minutes. Yeah, we do that at university. I've done that probably 2 or 3 times. Yeah, the biggest mistake I ever made was like, I'm just going to have a beer before we sit down and do this.
It's like Say 8 to 10 beers, give or take, isn't it?
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Yeah,
It's a
in
bit
just
much.
over an hour and a half.
I mean, oof, I could do that, but
And
goddamn,
we were
way
doing, I
more.
think the first time we did MGD, so I think that's 4.5%. And then the second time we didn't get smarter. I think we went to Canadian that was a full 5.
Mm-hmm. At least it
Yeah.
wasn't. At least it wasn't Bone Shaker.
No, if you did Bone Shaker, that'd be a big problem.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
is
the next
MGD
thing.
still a beer? I feel like
Yeah,
that's
a
something my
delicious,
parent.
delicious beer.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something my Millard was it Miller Genuine?
Another genuine
Genuine
draft.
draft. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like my parents drank that when I was a kid, but I don't think I've seen it in like a.
It's still pretty popular up here. Like all the bars have it and everything. So
It's in a clear bottle.
yeah,
It's a fancy beer for me.
it's got shiny label on it and everything. Really pops.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's funny the shit you remember from your childhood. But yeah, I don't
Beer.
think I ever like
Beer.
no. Well, like I fucking drank heavily for several years in high school and like out of
No,
college.
I know, but it was just the
But
way
I'm
you
like
worded that.
but I'm trying to remember. Like I don't think I ever drank an MGD. Like I don't think I ever like bought one because it was always like, what can I get for $20? Like what's the biggest amount of beer I can get for $20 that I pay someone to go buy me or use my shitty fake ID.
We used to be a proper country where $20 would get you a flat of ice cold beers.
I used to get
Real
like
man's beer.
you could get a
Yep.
fucking some beer and a can of snuff and
Yeah, I think the
for
cheapest beer
the
you can
night.
get up here is probably Laker. There's a couple beers that are $1 each, but they're not the best beers.
No, but they're $1 a beer.
Yeah.
They're a
Oh, I
buck a
did go
beer.
back to the that brewery today that we went to try
Yep.
to get more of those caramel beers, and they don't make them anymore.
No, those got to be seasonal,
Yeah,
right?
those are seasonal, like the root beer. Yeah, they only make them once, and then that's it.
Yeah, I ended up for Christmas getting Morgan 2 cans of the winter white stout from Grain and Grit. Yeah, those aren't cheap. They're $6 a can.
Yeah,
Delicious though.
How is it being so how long have you been together with your wife?
10 years.
Okay, so and here it says she's 10 years younger, so
She is.
you were 34 and she was 24 when you got together, eh?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that was do you think that diet that age difference at that point was maybe like the biggest because like once she got a little older, I'm sure it was like the older she got, the less I don't know. I've never dated someone 10 years younger than me. I'm just curious of how that was when you were, when the gap was where she was at her youngest and, the not least mature, but like, I don't know how else to word it.
Yeah, well, when we worked together, and she was the one that pursued me, so
Oh, there you go.
I just
Good
had
for
to
you.
I talked to a couple of my friends, like, she's 10 years younger than me. Like, yeah, but she's smart and she's hot. So just go ahead and
You just don't want to see how she gets hot. That's all.
yeah. I just don't want to know what the steps were to get there. But yeah, she was doing her master's at the time. And then when we were living together, she was finishing off her PhD. So yeah, she's considerably smarter than I am and younger than I am. So I'm definitely a trophy husband, I guess.
Hell yeah.
The rare 10-year older trophy husband.
Just a point there. How long have you and Stephanie been together?
It'll be 20 years next month as far as like a couple and married. So we got together in 16 or no, got together in 06, been married since 08. So like we're less than 30 days from being 20
And you're
years.
41.
I'm 40. I'll be 41 in June.
Yeah. So I am very happy you've never dated anybody 10 years younger than yourself. Because when you said that, I did the math and then I was like, ew.
Oh yeah,
that means the last time you dated, you were 20.
Yeah, basically, yeah. No, because we got together when we were 20. I'd only ever dated someone a couple years younger than me, honestly.
Yeah. I just fully had a nerd moment myself there. I was doing all that math and I was like, well, he's been with her for this long.
Yeah. Well, it feels before too long. Like we're like, I mean, essentially within the next couple months, I can honestly say I've been with her for half of my life, but like significantly more if you don't count like 0 to 4. You don't really have many memories of it if I eliminate that from the equation. As far as like actually having thoughts and shit that I can remember, I've been with her for much longer than I've than half. So.
Yeah, then you can also go your entire dating life. Since you started dating, you'd be mostly with her then.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah.
What is the high dollars last season?
High Dollar. That is the all-time record-holding intramural ball hockey championship team of Ryerson University. We uh, we
Ball
were
hockey, like indoor field,
yeah,
like
like
ball hockey,
indoor hockey with
but
like an
without
orange ball
skates.
without
Okay.
skates. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We were the most hungover team because the games were always like 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Sunday morning. And yeah, the last season we won three championships in a row, and the final season we didn't even we never trailed once. So that was just I don't know, that was our most dominant season as intramural ball hockey players in university. Yeah, it's not really that important, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's it's
It gave us
it's
something to do on
always
Sunday mornings.
it's always neat to see what people put in for, we have a variety of different, like, trying to just get people to pull wild hairs out of their ass for, facts that they can give us about the guests. Because, like, there's only so much we want to talk about training. Like, we don't, it's not going to be a 2 hour podcast of telling me about your lifts. So it's like, we always like to pull random stuff out. So
Yeah, the one thing about that is when I was in my last year of university, it was we in Ontario you used to go up to OAC, so grade 13. And then in our last year was the first year that there was no grade 13 the year before. So it was essentially like a bunch of like 23, 24-year-old guys playing ball hockey against a bunch of 18-year-olds. So we were just kind of we outweighed them all by like 30 or 40 pounds. So we just kind of some of the teams were of 18-year-olds. So we'd just be able to push them out of the way, and a lot of mercy rules in effect that year. But yeah, there's two or three good teams. But playing for the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back, and
ooh, I like that.
yeah, all lines were firing. Other hockey cliches, but yeah, we had a pretty good year that year.
Dirty dangles and stuff.
Oh, dirty dangles like top cheddar, lots of wheels. Yeah, yeah.
I
You
was
could
gonna,
go ahead.
you were mentioning dirty, so I was trying to make a segue into dirty dishes, and I'm assuming this was from your wife, under things they hate, and it was the way someone washes and dries dishes.
Yeah, like there's a proper way to do dishes, and then there's an improper way to do dishes.
Mm-hmm.
You just clean them and you dry them and you put them away. And then
Then
if you're putting them into a drawer, you stack them. You don't just throw them in there.
Okay.
I've taken over, and much like Jose said last week, it is true that if you do something in like the first week or two that you're with someone, you will be doing that the rest of your life. Like I take out the garbage, I do the dishes.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's the work of a trophy husband.
yeah, I have to do things. Yeah,
I think I've spoken about it before, but when you're doing dishes, like there's an order in which you wash, right?
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you save
So
the
like
nastiest shit for last.
no, well, kind of. I always go flat things first, small things next, bowls, Tupperware last. They go in the drying rack because
where
you
does
can.
your cutlery go?
I have a cutlery thing
Okay,
for it. But the way I do it is so that like you can fit the most things in the drying rack as possible. And then the pots and pans you hand dry and put where they go.
yeah.
Okay. I'm the only person in my house that does that.
Well, that's probably because you worked at a bar in the past and you've seen it done for efficiency by people whose job is to wash things.
That could be it. But man, I picked up my coffee mug, 4:30. No, let's go 5. 5 this morning. I go to pull my coffee mug out and it's Tetris and the whole thing slides. And I'm like, it should never be like this, like ever. There's a way, but she gets mad if I do the dishes because somehow they are, quote, greasier than when you started, end quote. And I don't understand that either because I'm using the same water and soap you are. Anyway, that's
Uh,
that's
do
my
all three
dishes
of us
rant.
do all three of us not own a dishwasher, which would be really funny because I think almost everyone is.
No, I have
No
these.
dishwasher.
No, I
Yeah, I
understand.
have
Like,
these. They do it.
when I tell people I hand wash, like most people I know, like, just they're in slightly newer houses or in apartments that have
No,
dishwashers, and
our
I'm just
house was
not.
built in 1946,
Yeah, I
so
even
no
like
dishwasher
mine
for
was.
us. We had one in our apartment we lived in before we got our house.
Yeah, as an adult, I've
But
never had a dishwasher in my entire life.
No, and well, where we live, the hard water would apparently
Oh, I would eat the
my
machines up,
neighbors have tried
probably.
it. Yeah, and the calcium just messes up the machine. But
yeah,
also, from a personal note, I despise the smell of dishwashers. Just utterly despise that
I used to have to work on
weird
one a lot, do a lot of
chlorine
maintenance, but I
smell.
don't miss it.
No, it whenever it's running, like my brother has one, and I'll know. Like I'll walk in the house and I'll know if it's been running in the past half an hour because I can just smell that. So
Fuck your dishwasher.
yeah, fancy pants. When we back when we were a proper country, we did our
Yeah.
washing in the hose.
Just take the hose to the dishes. It was much
Yeah.
easier back then.
Use lead water.
Was say here we're I got some Speedo talk and some things you love. So were you wearing a Speedo when you enjoy Met Up?
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
in the hot tub.
No, those are just normal
Yeah, those are just normal
normal
shorts.
shorts.
But you do like but you are a Speedo guy, it
when
looks
we
like.
do go up to the cottage, there's my friend has a cottage that's probably 3 hours from here on the lake, and it's just five dudes, and some of us wear speedos just for something to do. But yeah, it just started once as a joke, and then every year we just buy more and more speedos. So I think I've got three or four on tap that I can just switch through.
But
But yeah, we just go up there, put on our life jackets. First thing you do in the morning, you have breakfast, have your coffee, and then you just put on your life jacket. You take a bunch of beers down to the dock, jump in the lake, and just float and drink beers until
Mhm.
lunchtime.
And lunch is beers.
Well, lunch sometimes is sandwiches. Sometimes we have
Subway,
spicy
of
salami
course.
sandwiches. Yeah.
So any chance we're ever gonna get to see you over here at the Arnold, Home Gym Con, Crew Falls,
He's
Latrobe-Vizi?
already hinted at it.
You got
Yeah.
four options.
In July, all booked up and all paid up. So
Oh,
should be there in July doing some novice strongmanning.
oh, nice on the roster. Good, good,
Yeah.
good. I'd love to see that. Any of the events that you're kind of worried about, or you think you're gonna be able to hit all the weights for novice so far for what you
I
see?
think I should be able to hit all the weights. I got
Nice.
there's a guy in Ottawa that made me a circus dumbbell, so
Oh,
that should be
sweet.
pretty good. And then the log I already had. Made some farmer's handles last week, and then
Oh, you'll have to send me the specs. I meant to text you and tell you that, but now that you're here,
for the farmer's handles that I made,
yep,
or
yep.
yeah,
I think it's time.
yeah,
I think it's
they
time,
were
Joey.
pretty. Yeah, just some 4x6s, and then that's about it. 4x6s and some gas piping, and $150 all in, pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's time, Joey. Got some farmer's handles.
Yeah,
Are you gonna toy around with the homemade tsunami bar?
yeah. I've already started working on my
Ooh,
um,
I bought the pipe and I haven't like gone much farther than that. I gotta
yeah,
go like a
but
couple inserts.
to
So that,
avoid copyright infringement, I will be calling it a large wave bar, just in case.
Yeah.
can't we work the Great Lakes into that somehow?
A rogue wave bar, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be ready when I come over.
Oh yeah, that'll be ready probably next. Or no, I'm going skiing next week, so 2 weeks after it'll be ready.
I think our next meetup, Keith, is in May.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
you
want,
should come up, Keith.
yeah, if you want to make your way up,
See what I can.
I think I'm trying to get Steve and Stasia to come.
Yeah, it's in the calendar. We switched at our house to an analog calendar. No more Google Calendar or anything. We have an actual calendar that we just write on.
We've always had one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
we have one.
I'll say put that in the calendar, and then I'll never look at the Apple Calendar.
Yep.
But when I wake up in the morning, I just look at the physical one, and
Yeah, it's underneath the physical clock. Yeah.
It's the only way I know. Because we get trash every week, but our recycling is every other week. So it's the only way. Like my wife fills it out in like every month in advance. So like I just look at it when I take the trash because that's my job to take the trash out to the curb. So it's like I have to look each time or
You
ask
must have
her.
done it in the first week.
Yeah, yeah.
shouldn't that be the other way around? Recycling every week, trash every 2 weeks.
No, I mean we definitely fill up our fucking trash bin and recycle. I mean, the sad thing is inevitably I do end up having to throw away a bunch of recycling because
Yeah.
like once my recycling's full, I'm not gonna like just hoard it in the garage.
Do you
and
have?
hope
Do
that
you? So up here, okay, we have a limit on trash bags, but no limits on recycling.
No, they only will recycle what you can fit in the. I mean, it's a large. I mean, it's the same size as my trash bin. It's just blue.
Can
But
you not put two out?
no, they only give you one. I mean, you maybe could go buy.
That's
well,
wild.
Because it's all like the truck. The truck can only pick up certain size
Yeah.
things. So it's got like the old claw that comes out of it and shit. So
Yeah, we have alternating weeks. We have recycling 1 week, garbage the next week, but compost is every week.
Mm,
And you
interesting.
can
Yeah.
get for recycling bins, you can order like the biggest bin you want because it's free. You can have like the tiniest bin or the biggest bin. It's just
Yeah.
garbage that you pay for the size of the bin.
oh, free must be nice. That's all incorporated in our fucking mortgage and our
Yeah.
taxes and shit.
Yeah. Ours is incorporated. You can do one trash bag, unless you file that you have multiple people. So, like, because I have kids, I could get a second one. Or they give you tags, which you can put out a second or third using the tag, but you can have unlimited recycling. I could put out 4 recycling bins and they wouldn't flinch. And compost, we just have our own compost in the backyard. So
I think the recycling changed though, like in the last, because like I said, we've been in this house since like 2011, and I know for the first like at least handful of years, I had like the stereotypical like male like the thing that you could carry like a large container, not like a big rolling container, and you could like put anything out that was full of recycling, and that's what they would take. But probably in the last 10 years, it switched to the biweekly in the large ass container. But that's a trash talk. That
that's enough trash talk.
Nate, and Grant Brogy would be really proud of all our trash talk here. It's a big topic on the OK podcast.
I think you were almost ready for games.
Yeah. Let's get to FMK. I kind of had to I did something to these notes. So I'm like butchering.
Okay.
Like I keep having to, but
You find that there's 2 things.
No, I know where they're at. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So there's 2 things, maybe.
Yeah, you can hit them with.
First, where's the dog?
She's upstairs.
I'll pop her.
Yeah. If you remember when I visited Cam, that was when the whole unpaid and underrated gym tours, but it's just us visiting pets.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're not going to do gym tours. We're just going to show up to people's houses to be like, "Hey, crew, where's your dog?"
That is fair, because I think I at that point I had like 3 or 4 under my belt of
Yep.
cruise animals that I've petted.
Yeah, I'm at 3 for sure. And then the last one, so knowing, again, you've referenced I worked in a bar. I also used to celebrate it. Your first day as a bouncer was St. Patrick's Day? I'm so sorry.
At a university bar.
It's horrible.
Oh, no.
And I worked from 10 in the morning till 4 in the morning.
Fuck that.
All right. Choose your favorite 3 stories.
From then or in general?
From that day, if you can.
Well, the first night I got a call like a week before. My friend Victor worked there. He was one of the bartenders. He's like, "Hey, you're a big guy. Do you want to be a bouncer?" And I was like, "All right." So I came in, and the rules for the bar were nothing from Roadhouse. Like, those are literally the rules. Like, if you saw it on Roadhouse, you can't do it to people here.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and then I started at 10 in the morning. We were already full by 1 o'clock. Liquor inspector had been there 4 times already. Like, the liquor inspector just like pretty much sat at the bar for the entire day because it was a university bar. It was also the first day that bar had opened ever.
Oh, yeah, you're asking for the inspector at that point.
Yeah, so he hung out there the whole day, cleaning up puke. Like, before, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to see puke. But by the end of that night, like, I could just go out and clean up puke all day, and it doesn't affect me now at all. From that, there weren't any other good stories from that. There were. I do have a good puke story, but I don't know if that's one that we should share. It's not me puking; it's customers. But
no, we've done enough poop and broken ankles.
Okay, yeah.
For my own benefit, let's skip that one.
Actually, when we finished that night, we all went out to Golden Griddle, like the pancake place or breakfast place, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And Super Troopers had just come out. One of the guys like, "I'm going to chug this entire thing of maple syrup."
Hell yeah!
So he did, and then he felt real bad for probably the next 36 hours.
Oh no!
Yeah, because it was like we had been working for 18 hours straight. And then he just chugs an entire thing of maple syrup. Yeah, so
I've heard that in the movie it was real maple syrup.
Yeah, it might be
because they couldn't find anything to be that consistency to make it look real. Oh man, that's awful.
Yeah, like I don't know why you do that, but he's just like, I'm going to do this because naturally at the end of the night at a bar, you know how it works. Like, you're cleaning and you're like, oh, look at all this extra foam beer that we had when we changed the kegs all day, and it's been sitting in the fridge. What are we going to do with this?
Yep.
So then everybody drinks like 1 or 2 pitchers of beer before you go home, and then you go out for breakfast, and it's quite the time.
Yep. So the best cooler in the crew, I guess, is what they would call you.
Yeah, that's what they could say. But yeah, we never really had any big fights, but at one time I did jump over a table to tackle somebody.
Wow.
That made the school newspaper too. One of the two Ryerson newspapers talking about the time that I jumped over a table to tackle somebody.
Well, I'm sure they had it coming.
Oh, they did. They what did they do? Oh yeah, it was our neighbor. She was like a tiny girl, and the guy just like went up and just like slapped her right in the ass.
Yep.
We're like, well, you can't be doing that. So yeah,
That's a good way to get hit by somebody bigger.
yeah, because the best part was like Ryerson had its own like security team or security force. I don't know if that's what you'd call them.
Mhm.
But whenever something would happen, they'd be like, "Oh, we can't find the tapes. The tapes are gone from the video cameras." So
No.
yeah, but if you punched a bouncer, oh, they found those tapes were there. They were ready the next morning.
Funny.
I had to sneak best cooler in the crew in because I was like, title.
Like it. I got one. It wasn't really submitted, but as a Canadian, you might have a good opinion on this. If you don't watch them, then we'll move on. But are you familiar with Letterkenny and Shoresy?
You know, I'm familiar with like the original Letterkenny. I actually went to university with Mrs. McMurray.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's the best.
Fucking
Yeah.
McMurray's. But so you're not active. You're not up to date on Shoresy then.
Shoresy, no, but Letterkenny.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna do like Shoresy versus Letterkenny. But it's all good. All right. Are we ready for FMK then?
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in. We should
All
probably
right,
get
let's
to
hit
that.
this. Yeah. Big Cam, FMK, West End, downtown, East Side.
Like of Toronto, I guess.
That's what's submitted.
Well, fuck. Actually, I just killed the East End. There's nothing good east of Jarvis. That's going to make a couple people angry from the East End, but yeah, I've never spent much time in Scarborough. And during university, I lived at Shooter and Sherbourne, which is not the best area of town. Like we had, there were crackheads that would perform sexual favors for very low amounts of money that would live around our house.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But
And shit in
yeah.
cop cars too, right?
Yeah, no, that was actually at Dundas, so that's downtown. But yeah, that's the East. No, kill the East End. Downtown is fun, but you can go to bars, you can go to baseball games, you can go to hockey games. But yeah, fuck downtown, and then
Fuck
marry the
downtown.
West End. Yeah, the West End is a lot nicer. It's a lot more civilized down here. It's yeah, I just like the West End better. And it's easier.
Where is the Opera House?
Opera House.
That's East End, right?
That's in the East End, yeah.
Yeah. I can't say you're wrong there.
I think that's at like Danforth and Pape, maybe.
It's Danforth and King almost.
Yeah, King and Danforth are parallel, so probably not.
Okay, yeah, so definitely, probably not that. So Danforth it's right where that hotel is that I stayed at. Nicest hotel I've ever stayed at. Would never stay again on my own money.
Yeah, can't be fucking more expensive than goddamn Ramkota this year. Fucking Jesus.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was.
I'm sure I know it was more of a dig at the Ramkota being $100 more than it fucking should be.
When I checked,
Upper House is like Queen and Coxwell, so that's Far East End, yeah.
Yeah, this hotel was the hotel from the John Wick. Like it was the Continental. It was beyond nice. I felt out of place. So speaking of East End and West End, can you point east?
Can I point east?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you point west?
Yeah. Is that from Danielle?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a professional geographer, so she should know her directions. But sometimes when we're driving, I get confused.
Oh, she said something about your first date. This came up.
Yeah, we had an argument of if something was east or west from where we were. And she was referring to it from where she lived, and I was referring to it from where I worked. So it was in the middle, so we were both correct. But yeah, we got not a fight, but we had a disagreement on our first date. But we prevailed and made it through, and I'm better for it. But yeah, east and west, because at work, east and west is all I do. So I don't like directions anymore. I just get told where to go.
Hey, I'm sure the track tells you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mount Rushmore. Give me your Mount Rushmore and possible alien face of Simpsons quotes.
Simpsons quotes. Wow.
Yeah, we've never had that one before.
Oh, number one's got to be
Damn.
Lenny when he's talking about making the modern super weapons to take down it's the NRA episode when he's talking about taking down the modern super animals like the flying squirrel and the electric eel. That was one of the good ones, like why he needs an AR. That's a good one. Me fail English, that's impossible. That's another good one from Ralph. Not really a quote, but when Poochie was there, and they just had the kind of the slide that came up that said on his way back to his home planet, Poochie died.
I have to go now.
Yes, he moves it. Yeah. Oh wow.
Well, we can change it to moments if you think there's.
No, I can. Oh, the freshen up your drink. When there's that incredibly British lady when Monty Burns is building the casino, and he wants to make it British themed. She's like, freshen up your drink, and she's got the Union Jack. I don't know. We say it all the time, actually, between my friends and I. So that one, and then an alien face. Those Simpson quotes. Hey, that's a hard one. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the standard Mount Rushmore, the four there. That's what I can come up with.
What's the funniest Bart calling Mo with the fake name, you think? What's the
Oh, probably Hugh Jazz, I think.
Yeah, Hugh Jass is a good one.
Yeah. Or
I say my glasses a lot. My glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one comes out more than you would think it would.
I've got one for the alien face. Go banana.
Go banana. Yep. Ralph. I gotta go. My damn wiener kids are here.
Yeah. Or lousy smarch weather.
Lousy smarch weather. Yeah. We are not wieners. Then why are you dressed like that?
Cam won't be able to answer, but Joey might have insight. On social media, like I see like funny reels with Family Guy all the time, but I don't think I've ever seen or very seldom see a Simpsons like reel like pop up on Instagram or anything, like almost ever. But that's just, I don't know if it's just not as relevant with the younger guys or what.
I might be able to give you two, like off the top of my head, reasons for that. Simpsons shit posting is far more prevalent than Simpsons clips. It's where they will take Simpsons, there's one, the liver and onions guy, where they will take the liver and onions guy going, liver and onions, licking his lips, but they'll put it on every character for every scene. And that's Simpsons shit posting because they're tapping into their nostalgia of remembering everything. Family Guy is, I want to say, like, it holds a record for the most jokes in a single minute. So it makes for shorter, funnier, less context clips.
Fair, yeah. You can
Simpsons,
and it's something funny.
Simpsons, what was really good about it is it was really intelligent. And some of these jokes are very funny, but there were also jokes that like relied on you knowing things, but you didn't have to know those things to know the joke. So there is a series of those that like it just wouldn't relay into real or TikTok culture. Oh, Cam's gone.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So you passed Mount Rushmore.
But he pound a mouse.
You pound a mouse. You pounded Mouse Rushmore.
Just fucking. That's some good beans. Just pounding mouses.
That's some good beans.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with some affiliates. Then I think that's where we're at. So Barbell Rescue, Home Gym Con, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and apparel from the Strength Co. Big Cam at Barbell Rescue, always doing good things. I see him there. There's so many Barbell Rescue brushes out there. You know, code unpaid, please. I mean, Massonomics has a code, but you know, we brought you. We brought you Barbell Rescue Brush first, so go ahead and just keep supporting us.
We did a contest around it.
We did. I mean, I met Kim in person, and like he talked me into buying one. I was like, I don't want this stupid fucking product. I got enough $20 items everywhere, or whatever. I'm not paying $40 for a goddamn brush. And talks to the dude for half hour and shot the shit. And you know, we've been good buddies for 3 or 4 years ever since. Home Gym Con just got Evolution Athletics, whatever Brian Shaw's company is going to be there. So like Brian Shaw will literally be at Home Gym Con with his booth, and that'll be really cool. People can actually get a chance to meet Brian Shaw and just. I can actually attest. Yeah, not D test, a test. My Stephanie got me a new grip shirt, and she got the Evolution Athletic ones because she knows I don't like the Cerberus, just how gaudy it looks. And I have one that's kind of plain right already, but it's not super effective. So this one actually has a grip on the inside too, which other companies I think have that as well. But the Evolution one, it's just a very well done grip shirt. And it's at first I was kind of like, oh, why did you get me this? I hate it. It has a big stupid fucking triangle on the front, and but I'm like, oh wow, it is like a game changer on its actual like ability to help lift, I guess, if you will, compared to what I had. So very much a big fan of that. So come meet Brian Shaw and all the other crew at Home Gym Con. Ashton's got that flooring at Freedom Fitness, and then Big Grant, the OK Podcast. Go get some merch from him. All right, unpaid
Okay.
or underrated? Is that a game you're familiar with, Cam? You want to let everybody know how we play that?
I have heard of it before. Things that are underrated are generally good, and being unpaid is bad.
It's fair. Unpaid or underrated meal kits.
Meal kits, they are unpaid.
Is that like where you like order, say, hey, I want to be lazy tonight and not go shopping? Or, like people like, is that like I see ads for it? I guess, well, what is a meal kit? I guess
Yeah, essentially it's a box that has
that's what
all
I
the
thought.
ingredients you'd go buy at the store for a third of the price, all
Yep.
individually packaged. So yeah, the time you spend opening it up and cutting everything out of like the plastic that it comes in, you
Mm-hmm.
could have just gone to the store by then. Like
I
it's
never thought about
individually
that.
packed parsley and individually packed like potatoes and everything. They're all it's a huge waste of plastic.
Well, good thing you
And
guys
yeah,
have unlimited recycling.
well, we do have unlimited recycling, yeah.
That
So
helps.
that's the only good thing about it. But yeah, those things are quite unpaid.
They come with instructions on how to cook
Yep.
because people don't know the internet exists,
Yeah.
despite probably using the internet to sign up for this meal kit. Yeah.
Unpaid or underrated flavored fizzy water,
Flavored fizzy water.
sparkling water,
Yeah, sparkling water. I
spicy
might get
water, whatever you want to
kicked
call
out of crew for this, but it's
it.
very unpaid.
We don't
If
have
it
to get
had an
kicked out. You
actual
just leave
taste to
yourself.
it, yeah, I'll just see myself out. But if it had an actual taste to it,
Again.
then I'd be more interested
Yes.
in
Sorry, I had to.
Okay. So have you
Yeah.
tried the liquid, like we talk about all the time, the liquid death plain, or it's just which
No, I've had all the bubblies. Like my wife loves the bubblies, and I've tried them all, but it just feels like you put water in a can after the actual drink was already in there.
yeah.
Like you
So
drink it and then you fill
then
it up again.
you're more of like a juice guy or a soda guy, or just regular water and don't
Just
fuck around
regular
with it at all.
water.
Gotcha.
Coffee and regular water. That's about it. I even have like the protein is unflavored and unsweetened, so
Hmm.
pretty
Interesting.
just not even vanilla, just basic.
All right. Well, speaking of something that's not going to be vanilla or basic, and this is something you wanted me to ask, so no one get on my dick about it. Um, Tug jobs from the old lady.
Yep. Well, I was in the backyard. This is gonna sound real bad, but I was working out doing hub lifts, doing some grip work. And then she comes home from her run. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, just doing some hub lifts." She's like, "Oh, what's that?" So I showed her. And then first thing she does, she just immediately picks up the 25, like the 25 pound international deep dish, hub lifts that, no problem. 35, she just comes in, puts on a bit of chalk, picks that up, no problem. And then we keep adding more weight, and she's doing like 45 pounds.
Damn.
So at the same time, my friend Joe comes over. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "Hey Joe, you want to see why Danielle doesn't give HJs?" He's like, "I guess so." So then
Oh, because
she's
she'd break it right off, eh?
yeah, because she break it right off. Yeah, because
Just
in
That's
university
great.
she was a rower, so they're used to holding on to the rope. That's how she explains it, at least, is that they're used to holding on to the wet oars. So you need a good grip strength to hold on to them.
A wet what? Oh no, I know what you said, but
D,
Yeah.
if you're listening, I'm sorry. It wasn't me.
yeah, he told me to say it. Like, that is in the Nate. If there's like a backlash, like there is digital proof of him saying you should ask this or something along those lines. Or I'm surprised no one said that. We should probably add that.
Yeah.
That is a really funny story, though.
Yeah.
I wish I had approached it differently and asked just about hub lifting, and then you could have
Mhm.
elaborated. You could have told me that before you basically just told me to ask
No,
about
no, no.
hand
The
jobs.
surprise is what matters.
Because now I look like the asshole, but hey, that's a really funny story, and I'm glad how it organically came out.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. Unpaid or underrated? Britney Spears' Toxic video.
Oh, that's underrated. Even to this day, it's probably one of the defining moments of our entire generation, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bold.
Yeah, back in university, whenever it would come on TV, whoever just happened to be in the living room at the time would have to yell, "It's on," and then all the other guys would come running just to watch the video.
Mm.
It was interesting. It was groundbreaking, really.
Yeah, things only went up from there, I guess.
Yeah, it was the early 2000s. It was a different time.
Unpaid or underrated? Hot tubs.
Hot tubs are great. I don't understand why people don't like them. Good for recovery, we can say, but when we got ours, well, before we got ours, my wife would say that she hated them because, like, if you only have ever seen like public hot tubs at the public pools, they are quite disgusting.
They're people soup. It's
Yeah,
gross.
they're just people soup. But if it's like a personal one that only like you or two of the three people use, and you know it's kept clean, then they're really nice. I just like to sit in it, have in the morning, just have coffee in the hot tub. That's really nice.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What about illegal hot tubs?
illegal hot tubs. I don't know about illegal hot tubs. Never
Oh.
heard. There's definitely no illegal hot tub here. Not breaking any sort of sanitation laws or anything here. No.
Un All right. Well, we won't go any further.
Sounds like Scanson is SSB over there.
Unpaid or
The liberated hot tub.
underrated? Uh, you know what? This is interesting. I got it. Sumo wrestling. I don't think we talked about that when we met
Oh
up.
man, sumo wrestling is probably the most interesting sport that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, there's no weight classes. So you've got a guy who's like 450 pounds and 6'5", and he will get his ass kicked by like a guy who's like 5'5".
Mhm.
It's yeah, you just have to watch it to kind of understand how it works. Like, there's no weight classes, and there's a tournament every 2 months. And if you win more than half of your matches, you get promoted. And
Mhm.
that's just the basis of it. Yeah, it's like there are some guys that are so dominant. Like, there was one guy, Hakuho, who's by far the best sumo wrestler ever. He won, I think, either 45 or 65 straight matches. So that's 4 tournaments in a row he didn't lose.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's all technique. Like, there are guys that are just so much bigger than everybody else, and they will either just like steamroll all the way or get destroyed. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. You kind of have to watch it to understand it. I started watching it during the pandemic because there was somebody on Twitch that was streaming it,
Mhm.
and I was working nights at that point, so I get home at 4 in the morning, and there's nothing else to watch. So I'm like, oh, what's on Twitch? And then this guy was just streaming sumo wrestling, and
Big
yeah, it's
Twitch
really
guy.
interesting.
Doesn't have Instagram, but he's all over Twitch.
Yep. Yeah. It's,
There's a TV show. It's on Netflix, not, but I'm sure you can access it some other way, called Sanctuary.
mhm.
And it's about a guy who wants to become a sumo wrestler. And everything you just talked about, I actually kind of already knew because of that show.
Yeah, that show, it's more of like the personal part of it because yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the best life to live. Like, when you first start, you're the lowest person there. So like, you're cleaning the toilets and like people are beating the shit out of you all the time. And as you like, you can't even wear certain footwear until you're of a certain rank.
Yeah.
So it's
I think didn't Martins what's his YouTube series
yeah,
where
when
he
he was doing
goes?
the Strength Unknown, he went
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
did a thing on that, and then like my familiarity with sumo wrestling goes back to like I want to say the mid '90s, maybe have it be the mid '90s. Just watching it on ESPN2 at like 11 o'clock at night as a
yeah,
kid during the summer, like I think
yeah.
Akibono, or
Akibono, the guy
that
from
was like the one
Hawaii.
name
Yeah,
that could stick it, and because he was like he was like the big like 6'8", 400 pound guy, and he
yeah,
always like had really good matches with someone that was like 6 foot 300. It was like the big badass guy. I can't remember. I wish I could remember his name.
yeah. Because Akibono was the first non-Japanese yokozuna, so like the highest rank, and he was from Hawaii, I think.
Yeah. I think he actually ended up in WWE at some point, or WCW.
He fought Big Show.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't make that up in my head.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, cool. I knew something was there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to go down a rabbit hole, looking
Uh,
that up in a bit.
So you passed unpaid and underrated. We can
Oh,
edit the
thanks.
episode.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
There is one thing though, the amount of times people reference sumo without the word wrestling.
I
Mhm.
thought it was sumo
Yep.
deadlifting, and I didn't
Yep.
care enough to talk about it. And like
No.
sumo wrestling is much more entertaining to talk about than sumo
Yeah,
deadlifting.
I ended up seeing the word wrestling somewhere later, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, this is going to be interesting."
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there it is at the end of unpaid. Good deal.
Yep,
Yeah, I
yep,
didn't see
yep,
it
yep.
earlier. That's funny.
I mean, there's more we can ask, but we are also pushing 2 hours.
Yeah, let's let him hit us with some, and we can wrap it up.
Sure.
What you got
All
for
right.
us, Cam?
All right. You want some questions or some games? Because we got some of each.
Let's do one of each, or maybe, and
Dealer's choice.
Um. All right. So you each have your own home gym. Now, what if you had an unlimited home gym, like everything you could possibly want, and it was always clean, but the only caveat was whatever you wanted to do that day, someone already had that equipment, and that you weren't able to do what you wanted to do. So, like, if you were at work and you're like, today's log day, I'm going to go home, I'm going to do log, and you get to your private gym, but there's someone on your log, and you couldn't do log the whole day, would you do that in exchange for like a private gym with everything that you ever wanted, but you couldn't do the thing that you wanted?
that's I'm blood's boiling just thinking about that. No, I
That's
don't
why I
think
have
like
a home gym.
Yeah.
because like there's the whole like well because like the caveat would be like oh I train with people already I'm familiar with working in, but if you're saying like I can't work in with a guy because he's just like
Yeah.
fuck you, this is mine, but it's my no. Because then you have the whole element of like unwanted people. Like I love having people in my house, but only when I want them. So like the whole unwanted person in my home, then that's a whole thing too. Yeah, no, like I don't. I have everything I need more or less, and having nicer shit, but then not being able to use the one. The person that would say yes would be someone that never trains for a specific event and
Yeah.
doesn't follow programming. Like if you don't have programming, you don't have a coach, you don't really care what you do day to day, you'd be a no brainer to take the big gym and just to not be able to do the one thing you thought about that day. But like no, I have fucking programming and coaching and shit and train for meets. That sounds fucking annoying as shit. I guess you could game the system and be like, well, it's Monday is the day I'm supposed to bench press, but then you can just fake bench press on
Oh no,
Tuesday.
the gym would know that. It would know.
Yeah, so like if you can't like game it and cheat it, then no, you have to fucking for sure just have the gym that you have already and do whatever the fuck you want 24/7.
Yeah.
I feel is the only logical answer for anyone that is competitive in anything.
Okay. Well, I guess Jody's going to the bathroom, so I've got another one for you here, Keith.
Yeah.
This is a game that I totally made up myself and didn't steal from anybody else, but it's called What Weighs Less. So your total of milled Yorks, according to the spreadsheet that you posted a couple days ago in Discord,
Okay.
or the no wine cellar filled wall to wall with one layer of cats.
Ooh.
So 700 square feet of cats or all of your milled Yorks. What weighs less?
No, the cats weigh less for sure. They have to by like a dramatic amount. Because like, oh, though that's 700. I have a lot of fucking weight, so I'm trying to
But
think. Well,
only the milled Yorks.
yeah, no, but even that, like, I guess I'm trying to look at it as like if I just laid all my plates down, which I guess isn't the best way to do it because it's what weighs more, not like the circumference of the area.
Mm-hmm.
But a cat weighs like, so say the average cat's 8 to 12 pounds. We call it a 10-pound cat, 700 square feet of fucking. But cats are, oh man, there could be a lot of cats though. So for like
That's a
how
lot
many
of cats.
cats? How many? Maybe maybe the cats do weigh more. I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say the cats weigh more.
Okay. Well, we're playing which weighs less.
Yeah, so I have less York weights than I
Yes,
would
that
if
is
a cat.
correct. Because
Yes.
from what I found, the average American house cat is 8 by 18. So that's about 1 square foot and weighs 9 pounds. So that's 6,300 pounds of cats compared to your 4,300 pounds of milled Yorks.
Yeah, I'd. That's just sad. I'm like thinking of like that many cats packed in like sardines. It's so sad because like my cats could like sprawl out and lay everywhere. Like
Yeah.
I was just fucking
Don't
playing with the cat.
overthink it.
Well, no, because like in like that's like the ironically like my one cat, she doesn't like she's not super cuddly upstairs, but like if I'm like laying on the yoga mat or laying on the area downstairs where it's not hard mats, like she'll just come over and just plop next to me and then just want belly rubs and stuff. And I don't get that upstairs from her. So like, and like she's just enormously spread out down there. So, but yeah, that's a lot of cats. That's intriguing. I'm glad you came up with that game all by yourself. That's really fun.
Yeah, I also thought of another original game for Joey as well.
Mm-hmm.
Since Joey, you like beans so much.
Mm-hmm.
If you ate one can of beans every day for a year, would that weigh less than your push-pull total from the Lift Hard, Live Easy 2?
I thought I did full power at the Lift Hard Live Easy too.
Yeah, but to make it closer, I just picked the
Oh, okay. No, because
no.
my bench was trash. Bench
Well,
is trash.
the average
Benching definitely so
American
4 or 5,
can
that's
of
like
beans is
600, so like
22
600.
ounces.
Sorry, too many people talking.
Go ahead, Keith.
Oh no, I was trying
He's
to.
trying to do the math. He's trying to Rain Man it, but you
Okay.
the answer. Go.
The answer is the one can of beans a day weighs less than your push-pull total.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So you could. All right. I have more questions and more games. So
Keep going. We got a few minutes.
all right. What do you want? A game or more questions?
Well, just
All right.
go back and alternate because we did a question and then a game. So go a question again and then
Another
another game.
question. All right. When did you realize you were actually strong?
Mm. Oh, that. Are we talking about since I started lifting or before
Like
that?
what one thing in your mind that you did, you're like, oh, okay, like I'm strong.
Deadlifting 405 maybe. Like this is the most generic answer, but like
Like were you doing something at work and you pick something up and
uh yeah, okay. So like I don't know. I would have been. This was like I wasn't even lifting at the time, but I was working construction, and I could like pick up a full sheet of like 3/4 inch plywood, like it weighs nothing, and did that all day every day for a long, long time. And then I would have these like summer help come on, and like watching someone that like is in the military or something, and like just on like a lot of different guys, or maybe a couple years younger than me or something, and like should be physically fit, and like watching them struggle to fucking carry a sheet of plywood or a sheet of drywall or something. So it's more watching other people struggle with shit that you can like do super, super easy. I guess that's when, yeah, I think that's a good answer.
Um. So there's two times in my life. The first time I worked in a warehouse job, I wasn't lifting, but I was like doing warehouse stuff, right? Picking up, putting down, putting up, putting down. Um, and I'm going to try and describe this as delicately as possible. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were doing some acts on a chair, and I was able to pick her up directly off the chair and move her to the bed. And she, in the middle of it, went, no fucking way. So that would be the first time. I'm killing Keith with that story.
The mental images that I can't get out of my head right now are fucking so disturbing.
Yeah. It was her no fucking way because I just picked her up and moved her across the room like shit was nothing. And then the other one would be it wasn't the time I realized I was strong. I think it was the time I saw somebody else realize I was strong. And it was I've told the story before about how my dad used to say you don't go to the gym to work out, you just go to socialize. And then we were cutting down a tree in the backyard and one tree fell on top of the other. And he was like, shit, we're gonna have to get a tractor. And then I was like, the fuck we are. And I picked up the tree on the bottom and moved it from the tree underneath, or like moved it out from the tree that had fell on top of it. And even he audibly was like, okay, I get it. And he never brought it up again. And I think that was the time where somebody else realizing I was strong kind of made me go, yeah, I guess I am. For my size, right? Like I'm not Superman or anything, but I'm a tiny guy who can lift weight that you don't think I can.
Okay. This is another game that I totally made up by myself. It's called Supplements, Real or Did I Make Them Up?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Love it.
First one is a pre-workout called Pumpopotamus.
Oh, that's real.
It's too close to platypus and they don't exist, so it's fake.
It is fake. A pre-workout called Trigger Point.
Real.
Real.
Yeah, that one's real. Testosterone booster called Magnum Thrust.
Real.
Fake.
Unfortunately, real.
Oh,
Pre-workout called Woke AF.
I use it.
real.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, that one's real.
now is it saying like you're awake or is
Yeah,
it
it's
like
awake. It's
a
it's
because it's
it's
like this
bucked up.
it's too close to like political stuff, I think, nowadays. Like when no one wants to say woke or
Maybe it is, but it's made by Bucked Up. I have
no,
two
I get
different
it.
versions. I have the caffeinated and non-caffeinated version.
Do you have the America Rocket Pop flavor?
Fuck
Because
that.
that was the
No.
one that I found.
No, God no. I have pink lemonade like a man.
Pre-workout slash fat burner called Superhuman Burn Cherry Popper.
That's so stupid. It has to be real.
Yeah, there's no way that can't be fake.
Yeah, that's real. Testosterone and cheese. It's a test booster.
Fake.
I hope. Yeah, it's got. I hope that's fake.
Yeah, that's fake. Creatine, which is creatine specifically made for your tween.
I will burn.
I
I
hope
will.
not.
I will fucking fuck a sandwich and eat it if that's real.
That's got to be like. I hope not because like I have a lasting memory of like being on the freshman football team and the varsity coach coming down and basically yelling at us because like some of the guys were taking creatine because some of the seniors on the team were and they were like, no, just fucking like eat your food and fucking like lift weights and you'll be fine. Like don't do the supplement bullshit. So I'm gonna hope that there's nobody fucking marketing to goddamn tweens.
Yeah, it's fake. And then the last
Good. I really
one-
didn't want to eat that sandwich.
Last one is a test booster called Beyond Raw DTF.
Oh,
And
that's
the
real.
DTF stands for Dynamic Testosterone Formula.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
But that's real.
sure. Real
Yeah,
works.
it's real. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. One more question and then that's it.
All right.
What was your original strength goals? Like when you first started working out, you're like, I'll be happy if I can do blank.
Oh, jeez.
For me, it was just joining the gym to lose weight at the time. My wife and I just needed to. We had both just turned 30. I think we had went out to Golden Corral for Mother's Day or something, and we're both just like not happy with our weights, and it was just join a gym to get a personal trainer, do fitness classes, to use the pool, just for general fitness for the first year or so before we realized that like strength training was more fun and relevant in our lives.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that led into me doing what I do. I would say, and this is, I said 3-plate deadlift is when I would stop. And we saw where that went.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer, yeah, no, 3 plates, a guy my size and age and height. Yeah. I can pull off 3 plates. I'm strong enough. Yeah. That's right up there with, I think I have everything I need for my home gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't need to buy anything else.
Yeah. I'm strong enough now. It's okay. All right.
We appreciate that, Cam. That was probably one of them. That's the Mount. I would say Mount. It's either on the Mount Rushmore or at least the top 140. Guest catered questions for us somewhere in that range.
Well,
But no, we really do appreciate.
Yeah, right
We
in
really
there.
do appreciate when people put the effort in and put the work in for us because. I wouldn't say hesitant, but I'm like, I hadn't had a chance to actually meet you in person like Joey. Not, a lot of the conversation you have with crew is just like reacting to people's stories and like little side conversations on Instagram and chats and stuff. And so not really having a whole lot of that with you. It was like, oh, but then like every step of the way, like you get it. You listen to the episodes, you listen to the podcast. Like that's pretty cool.
So sharing this, and I don't think I shared this with you, Cam, it was actually kind of terrifying to come meet you because I did not know anything about you. And if this is not worthy of a sponsor read, I don't know what is. It's only because you were crew where I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go to this guy's house and hope he's not a killer.
Yeah.
Because if it had been like off Instagram and you were like, oh, just come on over, I probably would have been like, no. But because you're in crew and you did it over Discord and everything, I just felt 100% safe. And so it's kind of one of those, like, we're not sure, but the fact that people are crew, like, just really, and then you get out there and you're like, yeah, I listen to every episode. So I knew it was going to be good. I knew this was going to be a fun episode. I had no hesitance walking in.
Oh, that, and we knew each other's wives before we met each other, so that was
Fuck,
pretty good.
that's weird. I think I've told that on here before.
Yeah, didn't you were
I met Danielle
Making
at the
something
Creed concert. Then you came to my house when I wasn't here.
Mhm.
Is that when Morgan dressed up as? Oh no, that wasn't. You weren't the one that like Morgan dressed up as you or something, right? That was a different crew.
No, she does that every time a crew person comes over.
Okay.
So, but that's the one she wore the wrong again Joey shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wore that one. The other one is when I think Keegan came over. She dressed up as me.
Well, I think we did it, boys. That was a podcast. It's so funny. I'm literally looking at hand jobs fucking crossed out on the screen right now. That might be a first for this one. That was really good. Big Cam, one more time. Where are they going to find you on Discord?
Just Big Cam on Discord. That's about it.
And your username is like GFY, GFK, GF something.
GRVLGD. Yeah, yeah. That was back from Gravel God, but spelling it without any vowels.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's how.
it makes finding you real fun.
So he'll be impossible to find. So I guess you'll never. So find Big Cam at the Lift Hard Live Easy this summer. Are you flying in, or you're not?
Yeah, we're
you're not
flying
pulling a
in.
Steve and driving, right?
No,
Oh, you're bringing the old
the flight's
88?
already been changed twice, but I've been told that's pretty standard. So
Oh yeah, like be prepared to not know where you're going until the day before, and even then, be prepared to wait.
Big Joey, where you at?
Joey _ Molesco, MLECZKO on the Instagrams.
Instagram, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. That is the website brought to you by the creator of Tate Sounds and other awesome websites, I'm sure. We got a YouTube, and I am KeithHoneycutt73 on Instagram. More importantly, go follow my Orange Gem, The No Wine Cellar. Until then, see you next Tuesday. We randomly, so some of the, yeah. So Instagram is the social media platform, and stories are these things where little images show up for 24 hours. They can be videos, they can be memes, they can be pictures, I can get in there and type stuff out with typos.
yeah. Well, to be fair, I have posted one picture on Instagram, so
We didn't bring that up, and I thought about it. I was waiting for the right time, but like technically, that was like the biggest workaround in Hall of Fame history.
Did you create one and then fucking delete it immediately?
No. The poster was that. The picture was posted to my account.
He hit enter,
but he hit hit post.
Yeah. I remember that.
And we were like, this has to count.
Did Tanner? Did Tanner actually acknowledge that?
Yeah, Tanner approved
really
it in the Discord.
Okay, good. Yeah, I vaguely remember that whole thing. That was actually really funny. Well done.
That was all Cam's idea.
That was a good. So being 8 for only a couple years in and taking a little detour there, that's and not being on social media, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be.
Where's the old card? Here it is.
So 8, 9. So you're gonna pick up 3 in Aberdeen, or
yeah, I'll be at 12,
11.
At that
point.
with
2 years. So you are gonna. So did you let Tanner know you're gonna need a Hall of Fame cup this summer?
I haven't talked to him about it specifically, but I'm sure I'll see him at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll post something about it.
Yeah, it'll be like that one scene where it's like, oh yeah, you made it. Let me just go to the back and get your special cup, and he's just gonna pull out one of the hundreds of cups he has.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still sitting on my jacket. He knows it's all. He's got it ready. So Hong Kong.